favorite talk show, Cosmic Kickback. As always, my name is Nick, your host, joined by my co-host Joshua.
Woo! What's up, everyone?
And we got special guest, season regular Cristian on.
Boy.
We got a really special episode. This is going to be a long one, y'all, probably. So if you want to listen to our review of Deadpool and Wolverine, we'll have timestamps below. We're going to be reviewing the film as a whole. We actually just passed the opening weekend for this film, and the box office is going crazy, bro.
Yes,
I think
sir.
it's over like 450 million now, which is insane.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We'll probably
Dude,
talk
this-
more on that stuff
This movie's
later.
going crazy.
Oh yeah, it's going wild.
But yeah, we'll get all into that about later. Probably going to be full spoilers, but we got some news. What's going on with the news, Josh?
Oh, okay, well, not only did Deadpool just happen, but we just had San Diego Comic-Con in San Diego, of course. And a ton of shit got revealed as usual, you know. So we're probably gonna go through a lot of that. We'll have timestamps for all of that as well. There's a lot of shit to dig into. So yeah, if you want to jump to the review, like Nick said, we'll probably, I think since the movie just came out, we should do a little non-spoiler section, just give our thoughts real quick before we dive into everything.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just jump right into the news. So I'm gonna start small and work our way up to the big stuff. So first off, we got a confirmed, not release date, but timing for Invincible Season 3. It's going to be coming out next year, 2025, the first half of the year. And we got our first look at the season with a little poster with Mark donning the blue and black suit. Did y'all see that?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I
yeah.
did see that. I'm excited this coming out next year. That is way sooner than the last season that
my
came out.
Yeah.
And the suit
Oh,
looks really good,
shit.
dude. It looks
does.
fire. I like it.
Cristian, you ain't see that? Look it up real quick. See if you can find it.
Let me take a look. I mean,
It's
I've seen it in the. Is it the same one as the
It's,
comic
it's the
book?
same one. Yeah, it's exactly the
it's
same.
pretty like straight
Okay.
up.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty sexy. I like it.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. Yeah, if it comes out early, then I guess nothing more to say on that. Just, you know, let's lock in.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. All right. We got a couple things from The Boys. The Boys had a panel there. Jensen Ackles, Anthony Starr, and a couple other actors were there, along with showrunners. We got a release for 2025. We already knew this for Gen V Season 2. But
Yes,
new
sir.
news is the Deep Chase Crawford is joining the cast.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's joining
For-
the cast for Season 2 of Gen V.
Oh wow. It's
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So
I like that.
I'm hyped. I mean, I want to see in what capacity. Maybe he'll be like, I don't know, overseeing something at the university. I don't know what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, I wonder
Maybe it's
what,
gonna be-
because the way that the season 4 ended.
That's true. They're not even like
Um,
there. They're like held somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, not. I was also speaking on Gen V, but the boys. But yeah, I'm interested to
Mhm.
see how they're gonna work that into the show.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I
no, I'm hyped for
I love the Deep. I think he's funny as fuck. I think his comedic timing is great.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see. That just makes me more hyped for the show, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, having a regular from the OG show come into the Gen V,
Yeah,
I think that's a good choice.
Cristian, what you think?
I'm pretty hyped for it. I mean, the Peak is definitely like one of the best characters on the 7. I just feel like he's a perfect fucking goon, bro. Like he's just so stupid, and like you said, his comedic timing's all there. And anytime you think he's about to get like an actual redemption arc or any kind of arc that improves his character, it just fucking goes downhill. So I feel like he's probably gonna be working a lot with I forget the name of the two cunts from Godolkin, Kate and Sam.
Oh, the
Yeah.
ones that yeah.
Probably.
Maybe he's
Yeah.
like showing them the ropes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they like assigned him to like work with the kids or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Probably like they shadow him maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, that's that news. That'll be next year, 2025. The big reveal though was Vought Rising, a prequel series set in the Boys universe. It's gonna take place in the 50s, New York. It's described as a murder mystery that is starring Soldier Boy and Stormfront, but as she went by Liberty.
Liberty.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
I'm fucking hyped for that, dude. I already said my piece in the Boys season 4 review, but it needed Soldier Boy. And now that he's got his own kind of prequel series, that's kind of badass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this. I was actually kind of like, I still am a little bit feeling like you know, The Boys makes fun of spin-offs and stuff so much, but they're kind of like doing that now themselves. But I'm not gonna lie, this sounds fun. Like I love Soldier Boy, and him getting his own show really, like I mean, I can't help but be like, oh shit, I want to see this, you know?
Yeah, I feel like so far anything that they've announced, whether it's the Boys Diabolical or Gen V spinoff, like I won't lie, Gen V when they first announced it, I was kind of iffy, but that stuck the
Same.
landing. Yeah, this is actually stuff that I'm hyped for. This isn't any like Agatha all along type shit. No offense, no.
I mean, I think I'm more hyped for this than I am for Gen V, like low key.
I agree.
Yeah. And Nick, did you say that there's also like there's rumors that Diego Luna's producing a Boys Mexico show?
Oh yeah.
Is that was that confirmed or?
I think it is. I don't know for sure, but they didn't talk about it at Comic-Con. This is just Comic-Con news.
Oh,
Well, so before San Diego happened, there was a leak, or somebody like was asking Eric Kirkby if there was going to be, a Boys spinoff show and a Boys Mexico. And since it got leaked and San Diego was like, I guess, quickly approaching, he pretty much said like, yeah, like that's all true. And at Comic-Con, that's when they announced like it was a Soldier Boy prequel series. With the Boys Mexico, all we know is like Diego Luna and someone else are going to be producing on it. We don't really know anything about it.
Okay.
But I feel like it could be fun if they choose like the right story, maybe do something cool. I don't know, maybe they could do something with like drug smuggling and like Temp V or something like around the pharmaceutical or drug part of the Boys.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, it just would seem fun, but also maybe it could be like an unnecessary series. But anyways,
I mean, if it's done well, I'm fine with anything.
I agree.
Next thing that was shown, there was a trailer for. I don't know if you guys watched this. There was a trailer for Transformers 1, the new animated movie that'll be releasing sometime soon, I think.
I didn't see the new trailer, but I saw the one that was in theaters. I think I saw it when I went to go see Twisters.
Okay, I don't think that was the one. I think they showed new stuff or something. I don't know. I mean, from what I've heard, people are just saying some people have actually seen it already. Like people that got to see it early, they're saying it's really good. Yeah.
Well, that's surprising because I think before they dropped the trailer and they announced this, I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. The voice cast is great, and then the trailer, you can tell it's kind of more marketed towards kids or kind of like a PG movie. I thought it was going to be more of like a dark like 90s style cartoon animation, but I mean, if people are saying it's good, then
you wanted something more like dark and edgy. But I mean, I feel like sometimes the PG stuff can be really good. It depends.
Yeah, we'll see, but yeah.
Do we know who's the director on the project? Does Michael Bay have anything to do with it?
It is not Michael Bay.
Oh, thank God.
I'll pull it up for you right now. It's going to be directed by Josh Cooley.
Oh, he sounds cool to me.
He's worked on the past Toy Story movie. He did Inside Out.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he directed it, but he probably was like a producer on it.
Good enough.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good string of runs with animation projects.
Okay, well, we'll see how this is whenever it comes out. Okay. This next news, this was not at Comic-Con. I just had to throw this in because so I was scrolling online and I read this article and I did not open it because my first instinct was like, get that shit out of here, that's fake. But this is actually real news. So according to Variety, Michael Bay is in the process of developing for TV and film a Skibidi Toilet TV or movie.
Nah, there's no fucking way, bro. That you clicked on the wrong link.
This is real, bro.
There's no fucking way, bro.
There's no way that we
this is real.
To reporting on Brain Rot News.
This is real, I swear.
Michael Bay is, bro. What the fuck does that even mean? No way. He was at the fucking Paramount offices and was like, I want to make a Skibidi Toilet movie. I have to be the one to do it.
Like I don't know what this means, bro. Like what?
I don't know what that means either, because like I get the whole brain rot meme is like it's supposed to not make sense.
No, Skibidi Toilet is an actually like web series.
Oh, what the shit?
I
didn't
guess
know
dude.
that?
I guess it's developed from that.
I
It's
am not-
inspired from that. They're buying the rights.
What
They're
the
buying,
fuck?
they're buying the rights to Skibidi Toilet.
Dude, no,
Wait, you
this
didn't-
is real. You could look this up. This is from Variety.
No fucking way, bro.
I'm looking
sorry.
it up right now. Yeah, dude, no way. Variety is reporting on this.
That's why I
Wait,
thought
Nick-
it was fake. I was like, okay, that's posted. That's clearly fake. But then I continued to see it, and I was like, what? And this is real. This is real news.
Wait, Nick, you didn't know that? What the fuck do you think Skibidi Toilet was?
I just
think it
thought it
was
was
like-
brain rot. I just thought it was random bullshit. Like when we said
Like random
stupid ass
word?
shit. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
What stupid shit were you saying back in the day?
Well, I mean, like I'm talking about like 10 years ago, bro, and people were like, fail.
Oh,
and,
like
like
the
I don't know.
MLG memes?
Yeah, like that shit. Like
No,
Like, yeah, that
Skibidi
was
Toilet's an
stupid.
actual series, bro. It's got like an arc and everything.
It's
Can't
got
read
an
all right.
arc. Skibidi Toilet goes through an arc.
all right, look,
bro.
my reaction to this news is this is preposterous, bro. All right, let's move on. I
Well,
really
hang
don't
on.
know what else I can
Well,
add
hang
to
on,
this.
hang on. Will you all be seated when this releases?
Bro,
I mean-
IMAX.
I mean,
ticket, bro.
I like Michael Bay, dude. I won't lie.
Okay.
If the story's there, bro, I'm seated.
This is just insane.
let
that-
me- Let me see the trailer for it first. When
Bro,
it's
yeah,
gonna
you're
be in
right.
a-
like,
You're gonna be in a fucking giant IMAX theater full of Gen A kids who can't sit still.
Gen
we're all
A.
watching YouTube.
Bro,
God.
watch him
Gen
have-
A.
Watch fucking Michael Bay have like a split screen on the fucking
Oh
IMAX.
my god.
Like the
man.
bottom half is Subway Surfer.
Dude,
It's got Andrew Tate motivational.
dude, oh my god.
If you can make money from your phone, no.
I don't know, like, cause like this is big right now, right? Like brain rot and shit. But there's no way that if this is only in early development, if they even were to make something, there's no way this would still be a thing by the time it comes out.
Bro, no, you don't know Skibidi Toilet fans, bro. They go
Dude,
crazy.
dude, get the fuck out. There's no way this is like in the same vein as like Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that.
Oh, bro, I'll say it's probably bigger at this point.
Dude.
Like the whole world is on Skibidi Toilet, bro.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, that's the news.
I can't go fucking maybe 2 or 3 fucking reels like on Instagram without running into like some kind of Skibidi Toilet Ohio brain rot shit.
Dude.
That was a good time,
Bro,
bro. You gotta admit.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck you, bro. You're gonna
Jeez.
turn this shit into that episode of It's Always Sunny.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
that's the news. Michael Bay is making that, or he's developing it. So we'll
Bro
see.
is washed. Bro
we'll
is
see.
washed.
He's grasping.
He
at
must have
straws,
had no
man.
other movie option to produce, man.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
must want to work with him.
How the fuck, after like a 30-year career directing some of the biggest hits in Hollywood, you're just like, bro, this is what it's come to. Skibidi Toilet.
Well, speaking of potentially washed up directors, there's there's news on the director's cut of Rebel Moon dropping August 2nd.
Oh, damn, you shitting on Zack Snyder now.
This has been, well, bro, because Rebel Moon is fucking dog shit. I watched it and it was fucking awful. What's insane? Okay, so first off, the director's cut is dropping. That's this week. Are y'all gonna watch it?
Hey, you already know, bro.
This
it
has
on
been
Netflix?
described as the true vision from director Zack Snyder.
Oh,
But that's what
he
they
says
said
every
about
fucking
that's what
movie.
they said about part 1 and part 2. When he made this shit, he said, "Oh, Star Wars didn't let me make my movie in Star Wars universe." So Netflix was like, "You know what? Go crazy. Do whatever you want." How the fuck is this not his true vision then? If this is the true vision.
This is the 4-hour cut, bro.
This is like 6 hours, man.
No,
there's
wait, for
no way,
real?
bro. There's no way.
It's part 1 and 2 together, and there's more extended shit and added scenes, and it's rated R. It's not PG-13 anymore. It's rated R now. There's a trailer for it. If you care enough, I did not watch it. I just know
Yeah,
it's coming
okay.
out.
Okay, shit on Zack Snyder, bro.
I mean,
see you.
I like a lot of his movies. I think he's done some good shit in the past, but I don't know what he's doing with Rebel Moon. Like, it is actual like shit. Like, this man is on a huge fall off right now. He needs to lock the fuck in.
I mean, fuck it. There's always gonna be a director's cut, bro. It's
There always will be.
I will say though, like, yeah,
It's
he went
such
to
a
Netflix
meme
to
with
make his
him, though.
movie. I know, dude. But dude, you can't lie, bro. The Justice League director's cut was fire.
It was way better than the.
It's
the
insane
Justice
that
League.
dude, on God,
Bro, that was so Sigma, bro.
it was insane that actually got made.
But the thing is with that, there's a reason why Justice League came out. Like Zack Snyder lost his daughter, so he couldn't finish the movie. With this, he had full control at
I don't
Netflix.
know about that. I mean, there's a lot of other political things going on within like the Warner Media Company at the time. Like they had lost faith in him way
Well,
before
he
he
dropped
fucking
out.
stepped away from. Yeah, even before he dropped out of the project, they had lost faith in him. Like,
I think they would have let him finish his movie. There's no way they wouldn't have if he was like, "Oh, I know my daughter just passed away, but you know what? Like, I'm good to lock in." There's no way they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, bro. Like, I know you lost your daughter, but fuck you, bro." Like, if they did that, they would get in serious shit with like the media, with people, with just the audience, you know?
Yeah,
bro, they can cover it up. Shit.
Hell nah. There's no, they ain't Vought, bro. They're
Please.
fucking Warner Bros.
dude,
Anyway,
they pretty
Bro,
much
what's the
are
difference,
Vought, bro.
But anyway, that's director's cut of Rebels Moon. It doesn't make sense to me. How is it his true vision when Netflix said he has full creative control? It doesn't make sense to me.
So it's part
I
1
do
and 2. So it's like a 4 or 5 hour movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a long ass
Ah,
director's
fuck,
cut.
bro. You see, that's where I agree with you. I feel like a lot of his shit is just too pretentious and bloated nowadays
Yeah,
because of the success of like how stylish his early shit was. But like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'll watch it maybe.
You got to watch part 1 and 2 first to compare it to the director's cut, so you can see the differences in the true vision.
Nah, I'm gonna see the
Ew.
I'm gonna see the true vision first. True vision, because if I watch a shittier version, it's just gonna make me like the newer version more.
Mm,
If it's that much better, right? So
okay.
then I get this like false sense of
That it's better than it
superiority
is.
from the I guess you could call it a recency bias, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
Mm.
But anyway, that's dropping. If y'all want to watch that, Nick, low key, if we watch that, we can review that, bro.
I mean, I'll watch it, bro. I do like Zack
You
Snyder
will?
shit.
All right, all right. We'll watch
I
his True
don't-
Vision.
Okay. All right, bet. Bro.
All right, we got a ton more news. Let's lock in. All right. DC had a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. James Gunn was not able to attend because he's filming Superman Legacy. That's the title,
course.
right? And
I think
also,
yeah.
did they change it or is it not that anymore?
I heard it was just Superman, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I think
they
it's
changed it.
Superman Legacy.
I think they changed it. I think you're right. Anyway, he's filming that and he's filming, I think, Peacemaker season 2 at the same time. So he's busy, but they revealed a few things and he had some videos. Like, for example, there's a official logo for DC Studios. Did y'all see that?
I did. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
look
It's
it up.
awesome.
it's just the OG comic logo from DC, like from I think 1977 to 2005. It's a classic logo. If you have read comics at all in that time, you probably have seen this before. But yeah, so I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's pretty simple. But I mean, when I think of DC, that's probably the logo I think of.
I like it. Yeah, it's clean. I like
Yeah.
how it's kind of like retro, but also modernized.
Yeah. What do you think, Christian? Did you look it up?
Yeah, I know. I like it. It's very vintage, very
Mhm.
classic, but they kind of put a bit of a new touch on it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's what they're probably going for with this. It seems like he's leaning hard into the classics, you know, like Superman.
The really
being
the wacky side.
Yeah, but anyway,
I liked it.
there was that, and then they also showed a Creature Commandos trailer.
Dude, that looks really good.
You watched it?
The animation style is top.
I do.
It's top
I
quality.
like the animation style. That was what stood out to me the most as well. Christian, did you watch it?
I have not seen it actually.
This dude was napping, bro.
Christian, think of
I-
like kind of Samurai Champloo, but like I don't know, it's kind of like Invincible, where it's like very simple animation
Okay,
and stuff,
I've seen it. I've seen it then.
but then like in the shading and like the detail, I don't know.
I'm
it's
watching it right now as we're speaking.
Oh,
actually.
I'm
Oh,
looking at it
okay.
as we speak.
I like
Yeah.
that Frank Grillo. I like the cast. I like Frank Grillo.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
great cast, great cast.
David Harbour, obviously.
I think
And with-
Sean Gunn is gonna be Weasel
push-
again.
They put
Mhm.
Sean Gunn in everything, bro. Wait, Weasel? Didn't Weasel die?
He
Yeah,
back, bro.
He didn't. He did not.
Oh well, yeah, he did it. There's a post credit scene. He's
Yeah.
chilling.
He's technically alive. I like how low key while we're talking about DC, how the whole, I guess from here on out, the animation, the television series, the movies are all like connected. Like, I like that.
Yeah, what
I
he
don't
said is he said that he's planning on the voice actors for the for the TV shows and the animated shows like this to be the actors if they go in live action.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Also, they're bringing Rick Flag back, I guess. Or
I
are
guess
they?
so. Or this is. I think it's Rick Flag's dad, the guy
Yeah,
that's
it's
in
Rick Flag
this.
Senior.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, as long as they don't squander him, bro, because they squandered the fuck out of what's his name, Crossbones in Marvel.
Oh my god, they did.
That shit pissed me off.
He was cool.
Wasted potential.
He was cool, but he was cool for like 5 minutes, and then he, blew up.
He got fucked up.
All right. Well, that's that trailer. We also got a trailer for Joker 2 or Joker Folie Deux.
Okay, I've definitely seen that. That's
You saw it? What are
I'm
y'all's thoughts on it?
I'm hyped, bro. IMAX. I'm buying tickets. already.
IMAX? Oh shit.
You already
Okay.
know.
Nick,
I'm
did you
hyped for
watch
it
that
too.
trailer?
Yeah,
Low-key-
when I first heard that it was a musical, I was a little worried.
Mhm.
But now that I've seen the trailer and it seems it's kind of like a jukebox, like the whole thing isn't a musical. It's kind of made me feel like better about it.
Yeah, what I'm seeing, it looks good to me. It looks like it's in the same style of the first one. Looks very similar. It just looks like now. I also like if they're singing, like it just makes me feel like they're crazy. Like
It's
just
very in character.
Yeah, I feel like it works.
Also, I think Harvey Dent is gonna be in this film.
That is true. I saw that.
We get a peek of him looking in a rearview mirror in the
Mhm.
trailer. That was pretty interesting. I wonder if they're gonna get. I wonder who they're gonna cast. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, someone's
not
been
that that's
cast. I just
important.
don't know who it is.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make it out like just from like the mirror, but I was like, fuck, I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see the Jokerverse kind of grow with these little side
Mhm.
characters. I'm hyped for it.
That's when is it like this October? I think, or is it December?
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
what I was gonna
October.
say. This October has our Halloween season this year has a crazy release schedule because
Mhm.
Terrifier 3 is coming out too, and I think a couple other big
Damn, you
horror
ready.
franchises are coming out. Yes, sir. I'm gonna be in movies like every weekend.
Damn. Okay.
You already know, bro. We
Yeah.
got a lot. We got a
I-
packed Halloween schedule.
Yeah, as we should. All right, that was the last bit of mini news. Now we're getting into the big shit that happened. Oh my god.
What the hell was that, bro?
All right, so we're entering now Marvel Studios, what they did at Hall H at Comic-Con. They had a lot
Okay.
of shit, all culminating, but we're going to start with the smallest thing and go up as well. So the first thing we saw was Captain America Brave New World. Of course, we got a trailer for this recently. We talked on this a little bit. So I'm just going to talk about anything new that they revealed. There was some new footage shown. I do not believe it's been revealed to the public, so we just have descriptions. But one piece of plot relevance that has been revealed is, y'all remember in Eternals where that big ass thing was like coming halfway out of the earth,
I remember that.
and they just haven't addressed it. So they're addressing it. General Ross, Harrison Ford in the movie, they're talking about mining it because there's adamantium coming from it. So that's how they're introducing adamantium into the MCU.
Okay.
So
That's crazy.
part of the movie is going to be like, I guess they're trying to get adamantium, or the US is trying to control it. I don't know, something like that, because Ross is running for president in the movie.
Should
Interesting.
they be setting up some X-Men shit? Possibly, maybe.
I think it's
don't know.
possible. And then we finally got who Giancarlo Esposito is playing. He recently said nobody has guessed who he's playing correctly yet, and I thought he was capping because I heard some pretty good guesses. But I actually think he was telling the truth, because they revealed he is playing Sidewinder, who I have no idea who that is. Apparently he's leader of the Serpent Society within Marvel Comics.
What the
Oh, shit.
fuck?
So if that means anything to y'all, I don't
It
know.
seems like that sounds really obscure, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
like that though. I like that they kind of have had to pull from like really deep unknown comic people. Like it's cool, you know?
Yeah, so I don't know if he's gonna have like snake powers or whatever the fuck. I don't know. He just looks like a regular dude in the trailer to me. So I don't know if that'll be relevant.
Look at
But
me,
yeah.
Hector.
Hey, yeah. Harrison Ford, while at the panel, he hulked out on stage.
Oh, I saw that. That was funny.
Yeah, he did that. The new footage showed Harrison Ford, or General Ross, or I guess President Ross potentially, giving a speech at the White House when something causes him to hulk out, where he goes behind the, I guess whatever they stand in front of when they're giving speeches. And
Podium?
The podium. I could not place the word. The podium, and then Red Hulk comes out from behind, and we see It's basically an extended sequence of the explosion scene we see at the end of the trailer. So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Hey, I'm
basically
kind of
it.
hyped for that movie. I won't lie. It's looking fire.
What do you think, Christian?
I like Red Hulk a lot as a villain. I'm excited to see how they pull him off.
Okay.
I feel like Harrison Ford was really good replacement casting.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to replace the original performance of General Ross, but
Oh yeah.
hopefully they do a good job. The one part that worries me is I've heard there's been a lot of reshoots and a lot of rewrites and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be like, I hate to say it, bro. It's gonna be like Training A Train.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
It's
Hey, that's
training
fucked up. What do you mean by that?
It's the
It's
most
the
expensive movie of all time. Like, it's gotta be good, right?
It's gotta be good.
Hey man, that's true.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that's got a release date of February 14th, 2025. So that'll be the next
Okay.
MCU movie that comes out. Next we got a panel on Thunderbolts with an actress by its name, which they did not address. That's coming out May 2nd of next year. And
Dang, really?
yeah, so it's coming out. We should probably get a trailer for that by the end of the year then, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they usually put trailers like 5 or 6 months out.
Yeah. So anyway, this is obviously like an anti-hero team up movie. They showed footage, I guess a trailer technically to people, but that did not leak. David Harbour was there. He's back as what's the guy, like Captain
Red
Russia?
Russian.
Yeah, Red Russian. He was dressed up in the costume and everything. He was the only one who dressed up. He was just running around doing his thing. So the footage we got, let me just go through it real quick, and not the whole thing. Black Widow's sister, Florence Pugh, pulls up. She says hello to David Harbour. Basically, I think she's there to recruit him. They talk about how they have something with what's her name? Who's the girl? Val? Was that her name? I'm already forgetting the character's name. Played by Julia Day-Lewis or whatever. Anyway, she said she's putting together a team. John Walker is going to be back. So is Sebastian Stan as Bucky. Wyatt Russell plays John Walker from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Who else is back? The character Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp is there. They all come out and they were all sent to the same place. But it's a trap. They're all there to, I don't know, do something. It's not really explained. And they see, who's playing him? There's a character who they refer to as Bob, but it's probably Sentry. So it looks like they're there to try and take down the character of Sentry, who was originally going to be played by Stephen Young, but he couldn't. He had scheduling conflicts. So
Wait, was that the real reason? I heard that the fact that he got leaked super early and was like got like a mixed reception was the reason he got cut. But maybe that's just a rumor.
I heard that he had scheduling conflicts, but I don't know. I feel like Marvel wouldn't drop somebody just because the people don't like it. Otherwise, I mean, they would have dropped a lot of people then by now.
Same.
Man, who else don't people like?
I mean, when they first cast Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
Well,
that was different because they were taking a real big gamble on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a while ago, and he was in a totally different headspace.
Yeah.
The MCU was in a totally different place back then.
Yeah, well,
totally.
There's still not much we know on the Thunderbolts. They don't know what the asterisk is for. They said they will reveal more about that. The title looks stupid right now because of that. I'm sure they're just gonna change the name to like Thunderbolts versus like Sentry or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Not too crazy. Just that's coming, I guess.
Okay.
Right.
I guess I'm gonna have to wait till the trailer drops because I've only kind of heard some like, mixed bag of things from this. But
yeah,
I mean, if the trailer looks good, if it can hook me, then maybe I'll be seated for this. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. This is the big thing, or not? Actually, all the big things start here. So we got a official title reveal for the next Fantastic Four film. The entire cast was there. Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and I think Ebon something from The Bear. I can't remember his last name. My bad.
Cousin
Ebon Moss or something, something like that.
Yeah.
They were all there. Fantastic Four is filming right now, so they had to probably like leave set to come to this for like a day.
Dude, that must be exhausting, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everyone's like dogging you and shit about the movie.
Yeah, but oh yeah, so the title is Fantastic Four: First Steps. There was some footage that they showed. This footage has actually since been leaked, so we can't show this here, otherwise they're gonna take our entire podcast down. But if you go look it up, I'm sure you can find it. It's pretty easy to find. It's been leaked, and it's been leaked to the point where it's out there now. Or maybe they're letting it be out there. Maybe they're like, you know what, let's see what people have to say about, you know, what they showed. They didn't show much. As I said, they're still filming this. They're very much early in the production, or I guess the filming of this. So it's mostly, I think, test footage. It's kind of like shows them all in their astronaut suits. The longest scene we really see is Reed Richards, Pedro Pascal, is teaching at a university or something. We hear his voice, and he's kind of doing like I don't know. He's not talking in his typical voice. He's making himself sound kind of that transcontinental nerdy voice of like 60s movies kind of had. You know what I mean? The whole vibe of this, you see, it's like a 60. Oh, it takes place in the 60s as well. It's confirmed. It's like a retro futurism look, like stylized look in this world. So maybe they're from an alternate universe and they'll get pulled into the MCU, or maybe the MCU 60s just look like that. I don't know. I don't think we've ever seen the 60s.
Well, I mean, we saw a hint of like future tech in the very first Captain America. And I think the Human Torch actually comes out there as a cameo.
Yeah, they showed the original Human Torch in that. Yeah, at the Stark Expo. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a quick look at the very end. You see Galactus. You see only like his eyes. It just confirms he's gonna be actually Galactus, like a big ass celestial being or some shit. What else? The Thing. There's a quick shot of the Thing, but it's like his silhouette. He's on one of those old like 60s dating shows where there's like three mystery men and they like show the silhouette of him. He's like bachelor number 3. It looks pretty cute, looks fun. Yeah, the astronaut suits, it's all just test footage, you know. I think it's just seeing how people get hype. You see the fantastic car. It looks like an old futuristic Cadillac that's flying. Yeah, that's basically it. That's a big list of everything that you can go look up if you want to find the leaked footage.
I mean, it sounds good. The fact that it's kind of in a new era, the 60s, is pretty refreshing. I just hope that we get a really good origin story, kind of like in the vein of Guardians, where, I mean, they already should be a family at this point.
I think they are.
Yeah, I like how it kind of just skips ahead and kind of glosses over, you know, how they got their powers. It'd be cool to see it in the movie, but we've seen it done before.
I think we will see them get their powers maybe, but I don't think it'll like take as much time as the 2 Fantastic Four movies we have gotten.
Right.
Or it's like half the movie runtime.
Yeah, I don't think it'll take that much time. I think we'll get established that they're already like, because even the director has said this isn't an origin story. It's like, I guess like their first like team adventure or whatever, like big
like
thing.
Their early beginnings.
Yeah, something like that. I guess in the vein of like the Batman, you know, like it's not an origin story. He's already Batman, but it's like an early,
like year 1.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's you can go look this up if you want. But yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
So, the final thing for Comic-Con was we're getting to 2 new Avengers movies. We already knew we were getting some. The big news is since Kang is out because Jonathan Majors got canceled, it's no longer being called the Kang Dynasty. It's been changed to Avengers Doomsday, which will then lead into Avengers Secret Wars. We got confirmed release dates. Doomsday drop in May of 2026. And Secret Wars a year later in May 2027. The big first thing they showed us was the Russo bros are returning to direct this. They're back. Then we talked about this, I think, a week ago, that they might be coming back. What do y'all think that they're back? Y'all hype or what?
I think that's a good move. They definitely are one of the more stronger directors, especially a director duo that came from the MCU in its prime, bro. I think that's a good step in the right direction. They know how to tell a story.
Christian?
I think it is a step in the right direction. They
Mhm.
definitely took quite a few missteps, like in the direction that they took certain characters for Endgame.
The Russo Bros.
Specifically, yeah, specifically Thor and Hulk. I did not like what they did there,
Okay.
but I guess we can see them maybe pull the MCU out of the gutter. If we're being honest, maybe,
Wait,
possibly, we'll
well,
see.
yeah, that was the big thing. They're back. I guess Marvel's kind of like, instead of taking a gamble again on like another director, they're like, you know what, like everyone liked what these guys did, so let's bring them
Like,
back.
like you know what, we fucked up. We fucked up just a little bit.
So
You
they're
couldn't live
back.
with your own failures. Where did that
Yeah,
bring you?
that
And
is, bro. That's fucking Russo's right there,
I know they literally wrote that line. Jeez,
and now they're living it.
I know.
another thing talking about writing is Stephen McFeely is back. He wrote Infinity War and Endgame, so he's gonna be back and writing both of these Avengers films. The only thing that was left out is he co-wrote those movies actually with Christopher Marcus, who I guess is like his creative partner or something. Like they both write a lot together, but he is not coming back. It's just the one of them to write these.
Okay.
Yeah. So same writer from the other one. So I guess they're sticking to what works. They're going back to what locked in. And they're going back in more ways than one, because the big reveal was the Russo Bros said to bring out Doctor Doom, they needed to bring in the best actor in the world, is what they quoted. Someone came out in a Doctor Doom mask and pulled it off, and it was revealed to be Robert Downey Jr., which we reported on like last episode, I think, or the episode before that. And we gave our thoughts on that rumor, but it turned out to be true. So I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure.
know how I feel about this.
Yeah, let's talk about this. This is probably the biggest
Alright.
thing to talk about from
Yeah.
this.
You can go
Like,
first, bro.
I've had a lot of conversation with people like about like the life cycle of a studio or even like a concept, and usually, not all the time, but usually like the dying breath or the second wind, as you would call it, right before that little gasp of strength that a concept or a theme gets before it completely dies out in Hollywood, artistically and commercially, is bringing back legacy characters or legacy actors, legacy directors, to try getting one last squeeze of fucking like juice out of a lemon. They, I mean, they.
Jesus.
I mean,
That was-
they've done it with, I think, like 2 or 3 genres, right? Like the Old West, they started bringing back like a lot of legacy villains in hero roles, because a lot of the old school protagonists from like the 50s were retiring and shit at an early age, and they're like, fuck, well, this genre is kind of dying. So they bring back like lower level directors or even like high level directors and characters that were liked but not loved, and like you'd get one big squeeze out of it, but after that, I mean, the genre would just get kaput. And the same thing with like historical epics, right? I mean, how many of those really come out anymore? I feel like a lot of people talk about hero fatigue, but it's more so like genre fatigue. Like things are cyclical in nature with Hollywood, what people have interest in media, and this like bringing an actor back, especially one who's already come out in the same fucking universe as a different role. It just
Pretty
seems
big role. Yeah, he kicked off
and
the
just
the
and
universe.
significant. Yeah, he not just kicked it off. He fucking led it. He led the Avengers. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it kind of devalues certain things about the MCU, especially the sacrifice, when they just start bringing, not even if it's not the same character, they start bringing actors back. It seems weird, and it seems like they're really desperate for one last kick. I think that the MCU, if I'm being honest, the MCU should just kind of it should fizzle out. They should end it. They need to end it.
Okay. Nick,
What-
what do you think about the casting?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm also kind of mixed on this because
Mhm.
I like Robert Downey Jr. He just won an Oscar coming off of Oppenheimer, so it's not like he doesn't have the acting ability,
No, nothing like that.
and it's not like an actor coming back to reprise a role that they've done before in the past or to play a different character isn't anything new. I mean, we're about to talk about Deadpool, which is filled with that, the cameos. But for me, this feels just like way too soon to bring him back. And it just makes me think of when Robert Downey Jr., he went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and Joe Rogan asked him, like, would you ever put the suit back on if they asked you to? And he said he thought about it, but he said if he did it, when you went to watch Endgame again, do you think it would, still have that spark or that specialness that it originally had? And I agree with that sentiment. I think, casting him as Doom as another person to play, I don't know, maybe he'll play like a Tony Stark variant of Doom or something. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like a misstep, but I also don't want to, discredit RDJ's acting abilities and stuff, because I do think he's a really talented actor.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can understand the Russo brothers wanting to work with him again because it just worked. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he should play Doom. I think they should have casted someone else, someone new, someone fresh. Get someone that has that fucking voice, dude. Like the guy that played Ultron, like that was a good fucking cast.
I wanted Cillian Murphy, if I'm being honest.
I agree.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not too happy about it. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, I have similar concerns from both of you guys. I agree with Cristian that I've seen a lot of people say it seems like it might be like a kind of desperate, like Marvel's like, okay, like we need to get everyone back on what worked, and let's try and fix everything just by doing that. And I'm sure there is a level of truth to that. They probably are like, you know what, like we need to get some stuff that can guarantee that, like this is gonna do good, in theaters, regardless on if it might not be as big as Endgame or Infinity War if it's not done as well or set up as well. We'll have like the next 2 years to see how they set that up, and how it goes. But regardless, it's probably gonna make a lot of money just because of the fact that they're bringing him back, whether you like it or not. So I think they needed a little bit of a sure thing from just like a financial decision. When it comes to creative decisions, I agree. I think I would prefer to see a new actor playing this character. It is a little confusing to me because I'm wondering what they're gonna do. Like, is it gonna be a Tony Stark variant who became evil and he's like, because they're doing a lot of multiverse shit, or is it just gonna be like he's straight up Victor Von Doom? According to Variety broke the news on Skibidi Toilet, the movie, earlier.
Big news.
According to them, they're saying that he is playing Victor Von Doom, so it's not a variant, but they could just be naming the character Doctor Doom. I don't know if they know that for a fact, that they did say that. If they did that, then I think there's no way it would be like a Doctor Doom from the main MCU Earth. Otherwise, like I don't know, like would they just not show his face and it would just be like his voice? Like, like is that how they would do it? But like I feel like, I don't know, like it just confuses me, the decision, because I don't doubt Robert Downey Jr.'s acting capabilities. I think he can definitely do it. I don't know, like I'm just unsure. I feel like it's possible to be good, but it's an odd decision, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Honestly, I would like if they keep this announcement like that RDJ is playing Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Tony Stark plays a Doom variant, and then like the real fucking Doom in the movie comes out and just kills him, and it's like, nah, I'm Doom. I don't know, like maybe it's a way to subvert expectations, get people in theaters knowing that RDJ is going to be Doctor Doom, but I wouldn't want to see him as the main one because it feels wrong. It feels wrong.
It is possible. You're right. It is possible that this is just a big like MacGuffin of sorts, where like they cast, because I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. has to cost a fuck ton of money right now. Like you said, he's off an Oscar, and he's huge. Like
as Iron Man already.
Yeah, so I feel like bringing him back, I'm sure he's getting a fuck ton of money from it. So it would be a way to get people in seats. It would be insane if they hid the fact that if they casted someone, like if they did that, Nick, what you're saying, I feel like that would blow my mind, and I think it would get me like really fucking hype. Like if they did that, that would be fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah, because you're sitting in the theater thinking like, all right, RDJ's the main Doom, and then he
Mhm.
gets killed, bro. And then you wouldn't even know who the Doom is until the credits roll. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true. That is.
What
I mean,
was
I wouldn't put it past them for doing something like that, but I also would say, why would they do this big Comic-Con reveal and everything if they're not actually making him the full-on Doom? It could be a big fake out, but that's an expensive fake out, you know?
I agree, because in the back of my mind when they first announced it, I was like, this has to be some PR stunt. But then I saw they had a whole like, a bunch of Doctor Dooms walk out, and then
Mhm.
RDJ unmasked himself. Like he wouldn't just show up there to be like, oh yeah, like I'll pretend to be Doom for y'all, unless
Yeah,
they're really tight.
yeah.
But I guess we'll see what happens. I am excited for Secret Wars. I'm a little disappointed the Kang Dynasty kind of got swept under the rug now, but
yeah, it's
uh, I feel like Jonathan Majors could have really brought the power down on the Avengers, bro. And
That
and also
shit.
means that what happens in Loki season 1 and 2 is kind of pointless. I mean, maybe not, but
Maybe,
a lot of
I
what
guess
set
it's
up
like
in that,
it's like a contained story now. I guess like a little plot
yeah,
point. It would have been more, but I mean, shit, bro. I guess.
I don't
Hey,
mind that actually. I don't mind content stories. I
I
feel
don't
like
mind it either.
it kind of led to nothing
I
I
in
mean,
agree.
in
if the
comparison
end,
to what it was supposed to do.
yeah, when you knew that it was gonna lead to an Avengers movie, you have this grand expectation. So then, like, in hindsight, it's like, oh, it just ended with Loki season 2 and Ant-Man 3. Like, oh, that's kind of not as crazy as an Avengers movie, but in hindsight, obviously Ant-Man 3 was ass, but Loki season 2 was I think it wraps it up pretty well. If that's the ending of Doom, I think that or not Doom of Kang and that whole arc, I think that works for me, Like it would have been cool obviously to see. I hope one day maybe they'll reveal like what their plans were for this cuz it's obviously not going to happen anymore. Um maybe one day like 30 years from now they'll be like, "Oh, well, we were originally going to do this." And it might be cool to be like, "Damn, that would have been crazy." But I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe like in a what if, maybe they'll
Yeah.
do
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I
They
don't know.
could always do a what if. That's true. They got the show.
That'd be
Like,
cool.
okay, going back to Doomsday,
Hmm.
who are your like dream actors for the actual role other than RDJ? I mean, I don't see him as like I like him as an actor. I just don't think he fits the bill because of the fact that he was Iron Man. It's gonna be too much of a gap for me.
Well, the fact that he's masked for me makes it more doable. If we get a full fledged Doom, like he's in the suit, and I think keeping the mask on might be able to help me because seeing him would just I feel like it's so hard to look at him unless they do some sort of prosthetic era like type shit to make him look different. Maybe like how they did to Colin Farrell, like not in the Batman. Like I don't even know that's fucking him.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
you know,
he doesn't look like Colin Farrell at
yeah,
all.
yeah. So like if they did something to where it looks like a different guy, but at that point it's like, I mean, I was gonna say why cast him, but I mean if they do something like that, and if he's unrecognizable to me, like he's not doing the Tony Stark. Obviously, he's not gonna be doing the Tony Stark like talking and accents of words and all that. He's gonna be doing something different. I feel like he's talented enough to do that. For me, it's the face, and if they keep the mask on, then I think it's fine. But it's just an odd choice still, I think.
Yeah, I still think so. I wanted, like I said earlier, like Cillian Murphy. I feel like would have been perfect,
Yeah, I liked that casting. I
or
heard
I
that.
maybe like
also this is
Orlando
a
Bloom, maybe.
hmm, that's interesting. I would have liked to see I think his name is Nicolaj Coster-Waldau. He played Jamie in
Oh
Game of
yeah,
Thrones.
yeah.
He would have been a really good casting
That would have
too.
been interesting. Yeah.
And maybe they could even choose. I mean, this is just like I'm throwing shit out there. What if they cast like someone who's good at voice acting, like Mark Hamill, but they do like what they did for the original Star Wars, where it's not James Earl
Mm-hmm.
Jones in the suit, like it's another actor.
Mm-hmm.
But that would come with a lot of pre-planning and stuff, and like ADR that you have to do after the fact.
Yeah,
Uh,
and if they did that, it's like, why do we even have RDJ in the suit if like we're not even using his voice or his like performance on set, besides his
yeah,
physical.
I don't
You
know.
know, you know who would be good? I feel like Matt Smith would also be really good
Matt Smith.
from
Mm,
House of Dragon.
yeah,
You mean from Morbius?
from
No.
Morbius, bro.
Yeah, he'd do the dance and everything,
Dude,
bro.
imagine it was Jared Leto.
Oh my god. I'd kill myself. No.
I saw somebody in the video where they're like, "Oh, who is it?" And then it gets quiet before he takes it off, and some guy's like, "Jared Leto." Like,
Jesus.
I feel bad for him because you just know it's gonna suck at that point. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but like he just has really bad luck with this shit, and the MCU's already on a downturn. Like,
do you think the MCU would cast Jared Leto like ever? Do you think they're like, get this guy the fuck out of here, bro? Like he's been too many. He's been a part of too much shit to like get him in here.
he's been in Morbius, been in the Genocide Squad.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, bro. I feel like actually, as bad as the MCU is doing, I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking cast him. And he's
Oh my
put in
God.
another shit project.
Who would they cast him
heard
as?
Like, hey guys. No.
They've cast him as fuck, I don't know. Who the fuck could they cast him as?
Bro, they're gonna get him a young Professor X. It's Jared Leto.
Bro.
Jesus. You know who would be a good casting for Doom actually is Michael Shannon. That dude,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that is good.
he's like
yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal, dude. I think of him and I'm like, I cannot think of a single, bad performance from this dude.
Yeah, Michael Shannon would be really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if you're someone that doesn't do franchises, the fact that you're kind of behind a mask, kind of like I forget what movie it is, but Edward Norton plays like this guy. I think it's Henry V. But he's behind a mask.
Oh,
And-
he plays King Baldwin in Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah, King Baldwin. I don't know why I said Henry, but his character is behind a mask, and like the performance he gives in that movie is really good.
You see, I mean, I feel like Michael Shannon is actually a really good idea.
I agree.
He
He's
has
like, I'll fucking kill you. No,
he has an essence.
he has the aura. The
Yes,
thing
sir.
too is with RDJ is like, I know he just came off an Oscar, so it's not like he can't act, but he's gonna have to really either change his voice or pick, because what Victor Von Doom is like, he's what's his fucking ethnicity, bro? Is he like
Latvian,
He's Latvian, I think, which is like supposed to be over by Romania and like
like
real.
Eastern
yeah,
European.
European?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know,
Bro, you know who would be good casting? Y'all are both gonna shit on me for this one, but
dude.
bro, John Cena.
Oh my
Dude, shut the hell up. He
Bro,
definitely has the build, but
Yeah, exactly.
no, they got to cast The Rock, bro.
Oh,
Nah,
God,
fuck
dude.
outta here, get the fuck outta here. Wait, are there any like major Polynesian superheroes?
I don't know. That's so random.
I mean, fucking, they're gonna bring Sabra out, and they took away her like ethnicity just
Oh yeah, they
because
did.
of political issues.
I don't know if there is or not. But yeah. Anyway, is there any more shit with Doctor Doom y'all want to say, or do you want to just get to Deadpool?
Let's get to Deadpool, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like
Deadpool.
I feel like we've been over speculating about one part of fucking. I don't know, like. I'm really like in a mixed bag about it. Like we don't have enough information to really go off anything,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, like whatever option they give us, right? Let's say it is him in the mask, or it is him, but he's getting voiced over, or vice versa. Anything. It's gonna come with a lot of issues, as many positives as it can come with at the same time, and it was a bad decision.
I don't
But
know.
I don't think they're gonna go with it. I feel like it's like a shock value thing. Maybe they're gonna pull out and throw somebody else in there.
I don't think
I
they'll
agree.
pull out at this point. I think they're locked in. Like the only way they pull out is if Robert Downey Jr. gets canceled, like Jonathan Majors.
Bro, fuck that shit. They gotta stop canceling people, bro.
It's crazy that Majors got canceled because when they cast RDJ as Iron Man, bro, he was like coming out of prison after being in rehab.
That's
and, like,
true.
Like
But
he was
also
pretty
the-
much at a fucking low point in his life, and he
The
turned it
MCU
around.
had no direction back then. At the same time, though, like
I
they
know.
were still really, really
Also,
small.
cancel culture wasn't
I
fucking
think
crazy back
their
then.
only direction was they wanted to lead to the Avengers, but beyond that, I don't think there was anything.
It's crazy.
Anyway, I agree with. I think we're all kind of like unsure of it. It sounds like Christian's the most against it. It sounds like Nick and I are a bit more like I'm willing to accept it, but they have to earn me, you know? Like I'm not
They're gonna have
all
to
in
really
that.
edge it.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're gonna have to edge me, and yeah. Anyway.
Dr. Doom.
Jesus.
That's how I felt when I heard the news. I was like, no way RDJ coming back.
I mean, I think he can. I agree. He's gonna have to choose something with his voice. I think he needs to. They're probably gonna be. They're probably already working on it. He's probably doing like. They're probably testing out voices and figuring out what works. Like they have to, because there's no way he's just gonna do his regular voice.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's because he's one of those. This is what I'll say, and then we can drop it. But
Okay.
he's one of those characters that was like perfectly casted as Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
and he's played the character for so long that's like who I see him as.
Mm-hmm.
And whether he has a mask on or not, like he's gonna have to really bring some A game, especially for Victor Von Doom, who's supposed to be the next big baddie of the next multiverse saga.
Yeah.
Actually, my favorite villain.
Okay. Well, they'll have to
favorite Marvel villain.
They'll have to earn earn you for. They have to lock in for you.
Yeah, they really have to lock in for me, bro.
All right. Well, Deadpool and Wolverine came out. Let's jump over to this.
Yes, sir.
This just dropped. Nick, you were saying as we record this, I think it's the opening weekend has ended. So let me pull up how much money this thing made, because this thing is, like you said, doing very well right now.
I feel like right now it's definitely the movie people just want for the MCU, you know?
Uh-huh.
I'll say this before we even get into the spoilers. People
Okay.
were saying, will this movie save the MCU? I don't think it will. But there's a caveat to that. I don't really think it wants to, which I'm totally fine with. This is just a good time. Deadpool, Wolverine, two characters who I think were perfectly cast, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. They finally got a movie together. They finally got him in the suit. And this whole movie, bro, it's just a good time. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so I pulled it up. Cool. Worldwide opening weekend, this thing has made $444.1 million. And it's probably gone up since then. This was posted. When was this posted? This morning at 10 a.m. I'm sure by now it's made a couple more tens of millions. That's domestic, or that's worldwide. So almost $500 million in its opening weekend. Domestically here in the US, it got 211 million. So this is, I think, the 8th biggest opening of all time, if I'm correct. If I remember seeing something like that.
Like 7 or 6.
Something crazy like that. Yeah, it's making a lot of money.
I mean, I love to see it. I'm glad that the people, the Marvel fans showed up for this. I mean, I saw this, I think, Saturday night or maybe Sunday, but you guys were there like opening night. I mean, what was the atmosphere, bro? That Marvel night be different.
Crazy aura, bro.
Crazy aura. Was anyone like standing up at one point just being like fucking geeking?
No, there are people like clapping for big moments, but nobody was geeking like that.
Dude, okay, this is a little diverge, but have you seen like theater reactions to people in India specifically?
No.
Dude, it sounds straight up like a zoo, bro. Like I saw like dude, I'm saying it how it is. Like I saw a fucking like Endgame clip of like when Tony snaps his fingers and people are just fucking going crazy. Like they're throwing popcorn and shit. Like somebody's baby flew across the screen. Like, bro, people are going crazy. What? I don't know, bro. Theater etiquette must be totally different there, bro. But
well, people did freak out at like reveals and stuff, and people were hyped for like references and just anything. Yeah, people were hyped. It was a good opening night atmosphere. Okay. Let's talk a bit about, I guess, non-spoilers, maybe for like 5 to 10 minutes before we drop in, just because this is still brand new. This just dropped. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that weren't able to go opening weekend, and they'll probably go in the next week or so. So yeah, our thoughts on the movie without spoiling it. I don't know. One of y'all wanna kick it off?
Bro, I will say they had the perfect chemistry for any like Marvel duo or any Marvel team up, as good as it's gonna get. And it's crazy that they're also all perfect. They were both perfectly casted for the roles. And believe it or not, this is the first time that Deadpool and Wolverine interact with each other, any kind of dialogue, in I think, say about 13, 14 years now.
Probably since like Origins Wolverine.
Origins. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even interact. They just fought each other.
No, they
couldn't interact in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh well, I was thinking about their fight, like when he turns into Deadpool, but I guess he always kind of was Deadpool.
Fun fact: that wasn't actually Ryan Reynolds in the makeup. That was Scott Adkins.
I heard that.
He's the guy who comes out a lot of Hong Kong cinema, but he mainly came out in John Wick 4. He plays the big fat guy.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that
cool.
was Deadpool. Yeah,
That's
that was
wild.
OG Deadpool with fucking
Jeez.
every power you can think of and and a crazy character
It's
design.
insane that they made that shit, man.
Jeez, I remember even seeing like concept designs, early concept designs for how they wanted to make Deadpool look, and he straight up looks like a Wendigo, bro. Like he doesn't even look human. And even the design they went with like for the final version was kind of shit. But besides that, I agree with Christian. Like I said, I think they're both perfectly cast. Having Deadpool, the merc with the mouth who kind of just is always ad-libbing, breaking the fourth wall, and then we got Wolverine, specifically this version, who's kind of bitter. He's got anger problems, like, and the fact that it's rated R too, especially for Deadpool's first movie in the MCU. A lot of people were worried about this being rated R, and it was. And I really enjoy that. I love how it doesn't, step down a leg by changing its rating just because it's Deadpool in the MCU now. I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said, this whole movie is just a fun ride. Story rise, I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. But also with everything that's happening, all the cameos that you get to see, it's really enjoyable. And I wouldn't even call it like, what is it called when like I guess nostalgia bait. I
Mhm.
don't think it's nostalgia bait. I think it actually works well within the story, and I'll get into that in the spoilers because
Yeah.
this is Deadpool's character who comes from the Fox universe. And instead of this movie focusing on trying to fix or save what's going on with the MCU, whether you think that it's in a lull right now or it's kind of just hit or miss, I like how this movie kind of subverted my expectations and it kind of honors all the past Fox properties and actors. As this is kind of the last Fox Marvel movie that we're kind of gonna get, and I like how it takes that direction.
Yeah, I think you pretty much, I mean, locked in and like said everything that needs to be said. Like this movie is, like you said, it's story-wise, it's nothing crazy. It's probably like you said, like a 7 out of 10, but the amount of like, you can tell that there was like love for the characters and for the Fox universe, and like it's not like they're like shying away from that, even though looking forward they're probably going to be doing their own thing in the MCU.
I'll do my own thing.
Yeah, but you can tell that they had a good time making this. You can tell there was a lot of love and heart put into this, and I feel like that comes through the performances and on screen. And it's a fun time, like it's one of those movies that I feel like is just like, I found myself watching the movie, and obviously it's a comedy, so no, there's parts where you're gonna laugh, but even in parts when like there was no funny parts, it was like a fight or something, I found myself just like geeking, bro. Like I was just smiling, bro. I was enjoying it. I think it's very fun. It's very enjoyable. I personally, I don't know about y'all. As of now, I think I like it more than the other two Deadpool movies, and that might be because Hugh Jackman is there. Deadpool was a lot, and I think you kind of need someone to balance him out. And I think Hugh Jackman is something that the other Deadpool movies really needed, in my opinion. And like, it's really cool to see Deadpool have like he obviously has Marvel money in this. I don't know how much the budget was, but in comparison to the other two, I'm sure this is miles ahead on the budget, and you can really see how that translates. Deadpool's able to like do things he couldn't before. The action sequences are even better, and they were good in the other ones too. I feel like Deadpool's always, the comedy is subjective, but I feel like the action has always been good, and I think that's still the case here.
Okay. Yeah, I agree
I
with you. I
agree.
think this is the best Deadpool. If we're going to talk about the action and comedy in the past films, they've always worked for me. I've
Mm,
always loved the character, kind of like, I mean, I don't know the history, but I'm pretty sure this is like, the She-Hulk before She-Hulk. He's very self-aware. His character is, very jokey all the time. I think that I don't know how y'all feel, but I think Hugh Jackman gave probably one of the better performances, or probably the best performances Wolverine, because it's not like he's trying to top his performance in Logan or any other movie he's done, but he's just having a good time with it. And
mm-hmm.
there's even a few parts that we'll get into spoilers where, you know, his character hits an emotional core, and it really works.
Mm.
Um, and especially for a Deadpool movie that's mainly jokes and shit, like it actually does. It has heart and it has soul, which is pretty surprising.
Yeah, I'm glad it still has that, because I think the other Deadpool movies had that as well, and I was kind of worried that this might become way. I actually was surprised that it didn't go all in on like, you know, tons and tons of cameos and tons of references. Not to say that there isn't a lot of references, but I thought it was gonna be like, you know, like insane, like overload, like levels of cameos and
I
stuff.
thought it
You
was
know?
gonna outshine the main story.
Yeah.
I was like, what's really gonna be the story here? Is it gonna be a bunch of cameos and like stuff we
hmm
gotta just zip back and forth to, or is there gonna be an actual story with the cameos kind of peppered in and it
hmm
works?
Yeah, and one thing, I'm not gonna say. I'll talk more in spoilers specifically what I'm referring to, but one thing that I actually liked, since this is, you know, the first one in Marvel Studios, you know, part of Disney, and it's still rated R. um, I actually, there's a couple times where Deadpool, like, I feel like there's not much that they, I mean, there might have been, you know, I wasn't there, but I feel like from what I can tell, it seems like they really let him, you know, make fun of whatever, because even Marvel themselves, they get kind of like, you know, jokes thrown at them, like themselves, a couple times, and they kind of shit on them. And I think that was you know, probably one of the funnier parts for me, getting them how self-aware it is. I was worried that Marvel, you know, might just ignore that, you know.
I agree. I was actually very surprised with how much they let Ryan Reynolds get away with.
I agree.
Um, just having his commentary on the MCU and stuff. I think there's even a portion where I don't want to get too much in spoilers, but
hmm
there's a portion where they're like literally talking about like, oh, the MCU fell off after Endgame, and they're like the multiverse saga made kind of mid. Like they're straight up like,
Yeah, they are.
taking conversations from Twitter nerds on what the
Yeah.
MCU is and where it's at. And I was
And
like, dang, like it's I kind of like how they can, take it on the chin and joke about themselves, especially, using a character that is meant to kind of break the fourth wall and be self-aware. Because who else can we really, have to do that other than She-Hulk? But I ain't seen that shit.
yeah, bro, I want to see Deadpool and She-Hulk in a twerk off.
Jeez, bro. Hey, with Megan Thee Stallion too, she got to be there.
Yeah, she can be their coach in She-Hulk. We can
Yeah.
see who's throwing the best ass while oiled up.
That was peak
God.
MCU, bro.
It was. Let's keep it a buck. Your boy was
That was
edging.
Shut
the
up.
culmination of everything, bro. That was Endgame.
That
That
shit
was,
went hard.
bro. That was better than the snap. If I'm being honest.
That wasn't the only thing that was hard, my brother. Anyway,
Dude,
Hey,
yo.
yo.
are y'all ready to jump into spoilers? I think we've given enough. You know,
Alright, bro.
if y'all still here, go see the movie. It sounds like we all, you know, had good things to say about it. Yeah. So yeah, but you guys, you gotta get out of here now because we're gonna spoil a lot. All right, what we doing?
Bro, I felt like I was the only person in the theater. Maybe you saw it too, Josh, but
Uh-huh.
everybody else was completely surprised that it wasn't Captain America. I knew it was Johnny Storm.
Oh,
I just,
I thought it
I
was him
just,
too. Yeah, you know,
I just knew
actually,
immediately.
yeah, I think I actually predicted. I predicted almost every big cameo in this. I don't want to say, you know, I'm a prophet or nothing, you know,
Yo,
but I mean, I remember
Trust me.
saying, I didn't say just Johnny Storm, but I said the Fantastic Four. But then I did say, oh, it'd be funny if they brought Chris Evans back because, you know, everyone knows him as Captain America right now. But if he did that, that'd be crazy. So I mean, you know, your boy called that shit. But I also said it would be crazy if they brought back Gambit because Channing Tatum never got to play him. But I didn't, you know, I wasn't like, you know, thinking all that shit was actually gonna fucking happen. But I mean, I think it's like Nick, like how you were saying in non-spoilers. I think it's cool how it's like a part of the story, and it doesn't just seem like shoehorning in as much as they can. You know, it makes sense why they're all there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
agree. Sorry, go ahead and finish your thought.
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, dude, Gambit was low-key the best part of the movie, bro.
oh yeah, I love that.
His
Maybe
finally
Blade, maybe
seeing
Blade. Blade was cool too.
I fucking nutted my pants when Blade came out because
Yeah.
I straight up was not expecting bro to actually come back.
I wasn't
Yeah,
either.
With all the shit that
I
happened between him and Ryan Reynolds, like, nah.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that was crazy. I remember I was telling you before we were recording that Wesley Snipes was getting interviewed about, how the whole process happened of him getting hired for the movie to come back as Blade. And he said it started with like a text message of Ryan Reynolds saying, like, I got a movie I'm trying to put together and, it'd be cool if you can come in it. And Wesley
There you
Snipes
go.
was like, dude, chill. He was like, I'll pull up in the movie if you can, get Marvel and Disney to agree to it. He finally did. And Wesley Snipes was like, fuck it, why not?
That's cool.
But yeah, I love how the TVA is a part of the story. You know, following Loki. The guy who they have is playing as Paradox does a really good job.
Of being kind of
Um,
a condescending cunt. That's
yeah, that's there's really no other way you can put it. Um, but his character is cool. He's acting as kind of a rogue TVA agent who's pretty much trying to prune Deadpool's timeline.
but he wants to think
Um,
the old way when Kang was in charge.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. He wants to use something called a time ripper, which pretty much speeds up the process of getting rid of Deadpool's timeline. And the whole story that we follow is pretty much Wade tried to join the Avengers back in 2018. He gets rejected. He breaks up with Vanessa, and then he hangs up his Deadpool suit. And he's I like how he's just working as a car salesman. Like it's so fucking stupid. um, but he gets approached by Paradox to join the MCU finally, and it turns out that Logan was his anchor being, is what they call it. And when he passed away in Logan, which I think takes place in like 2020, the 2020s for sure, the distant future. Wade's timeline's dissipating, and I mean, yeah, I like again that the story all kind of ties in with the TVA, and I like how they bring back the Void from Loki. Where
Yeah.
all of these pruned characters and forgotten people from the Fox universe, or just any person that played a part in the MCU before it was the MCU. It would make sense that they would be there. That they're
Yeah.
forgotten, they're pruned, like they're just chilling there because they've been sent there to die. Their timeline's been fucked up. But I mean, yeah, what did you guys think of Paradox and the whole, I guess, the MacGuffin for the story?
Cristian?
I like Paradox. As an actor, I really don't think that we've ever gotten like a really deep, true antagonist to a story in like as far as like any of the Deadpool movies, which I don't mind because they kind of carry themselves with like, I guess you could say the characters really carry the stories most of the time. And it's kind of, I guess you could say the same case here. Like Cassandra was a little bit cooler as a villain. Paradox, I just like I thought the actor did a good job. Just
Yeah.
being really snarky and condescending and really not taking himself too seriously.
Yeah.
Or not taking the situation too seriously. It's like, damn, bro, how many people have you killed? How many timelines have you fucking purged?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I like Cassandra a lot more. I feel like she was cool, seeing kind of like the opposite of what Professor X could have became. Her interactions with pretty much every other character that comes out are really interesting. The coolest return, I guess you could say, was Beyond Blade and Gambit. And Beyond Johnny Storm and obviously Elektra was X-23. I think I really like watching her come back. I feel like she played a really good role when she was in Logan 2017.
I agree.
And it's crazy seeing her all look grown up now. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Time flies.
I actually
know,
wish
it is wild.
I wish they gave her more to do. I feel like she was in it and it was cool. I also don't know why they revealed that in the trailer. They like in the last trailer they showed her. I don't know why they did that. I swear to God, Marvel always does this. It's like they just continuously show more and more shit in every trailer, and it's like, bro, like if you got a movie that's got reveals like that, why are you giving me the reveal in the trailer, bro? Like I'm sure her reveal would have been even more crazy if they didn't do that. But yeah, I'm glad she's back. I just honestly wish she had more to do. She has a nice scene with the version of Wolverine in this movie, where they talk by a campfire, and she kind of gives him the motivation to help them out after all. And then there's a nice action sequence with all of them, and she gets her time to shine. But I don't know, bro. Like I just like her so much. I wish that she had, I don't know, just one more like scene. I don't know, like I guess hopefully they use her again in Secret Wars or something. I don't know. I feel like anybody can come in that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. They could honestly have anybody pull up.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the opening scene? I know that we literally are where Logan was buried. I think it's like the North Dakota like woods. It's like they were at the Canadian border, I believe. But
yes.
One of the questions that was posed before this movie came out was how are they going to bring back Wolverine, without desecrating his memory? and how he went out so epically in Logan, which I love how is fucking gushed upon in this movie too.
Yeah, I
Whenever
love how they
Paradox is
reference
like,
it.
he's like, the anchor being in your universe like died, and he's like that's why your universe is like dying, and he's like, oh, like who was it? And he's like, oh, it was Logan, and he literally plays like the part of the movie where he's dying, and Paradox is like, he's like reading it bar for bar.
He's like quoting it, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, this is what it feels like.
Hey,
I
that
thought
shit went
part was
hard, bro.
funny.
I thought
It
that
did
was
too.
funny. I also like how they straight up just reference like actual questions like comic nerds online had. Like everybody was, when they heard this was happening, they were like, how are they gonna do it without dishonoring Logan? I love how they straight up asked that, and they just like, oh well, we're not, bro. Like I'm digging this motherfucker up. Like the whole opening sequence is just Deadpool killing a fuck ton of TVA agents with fucking Logan's adamantium skeleton, bro. Like I know I've actually dead ass seen some nerds online pissed off and saying this is the worst MCU opening of all time because of how they're pissed off and how it dishonors Logan. And I'm like, bro, like this shit, that's like the fucking number one like Deadpool thing I think in the movie, maybe. Like that shit is just like the whole opening screams Deadpool, and I love the whole opening. It might be my favorite MCU opening right now.
Dude, I won't lie, yeah. It's definitely up there with like the Guardians 2 opening, you know, it's got an energetic music to it. It's an awesome action scene that's actually synced up at some parts with like the hits and the kills like matching up with the beat. I mean, no, I agree, yeah. Like it is such a Deadpool thing for him to just like dig up Logan and think that he's like still alive. And I love how it just cuts to his adamantium skull like skeleton.
Yeah.
Like
They're
fuck,
just
dude,
talking.
that dude he cannot escape death. Like it was God.
I love how Deadpool straight up says to the skeleton, he's like, oh, he's just like, well, like, you know, a fuck ton of like Marvel money will resurrect like anybody, like Hugh, and it's just like, yeah, like a Marvel cash or whatever. Like that shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah. He's like, think of all the residuals. Oh no, yeah. I think some of the fourth wall breaking too that happens in this movie is some of my favorite. Especially like where we are with the MCU and how much they let Ryan Reynolds get away with like saying with like all the shit that he did.
Yeah,
it worked for me. I know a lot of people think the fourth wall breaking is kind of like corny at this point, but I liked it.
I thought it was perfect in this movie. Like actually,
I know it treaded the line perfectly.
I love the line when he says to Wolverine like, oh, like welcome to like the MCU, like you're joining at kind of a low point. Like that's such a good line. That was one of the best lines for me, bro. That shit was funny.
I took that as like a double entendre because like I mean clearly he was talking about the situation he was in, but you know also he's talking about how the MCU's kind of lackluster. Like it was good commentary.
The thing I like is when they reference that like I mean I think that a lot of the fourth wall breaks and even a lot of the jokes are kind of pointing fun at the current condition of Marvel. Like there's a line where they're talking about like how many fucking Punishers or how many Daredevils there have been, and Blade, what's his name, is just like, oh, there's only ever been one Blade, there only ever will be. And
dude, that was a hard line.
That was a hard line because you think about it, fucking everything that's going on with the indefinite postponing of Mahershala Ali's Blade.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro. I didn't think they were going to let him shit on them like that.
I thought that was funny, and then I thought it was funny how Deadpool just looked straight at the camera after that.
I know. Like... I love how he didn't even say anything. He just looked at the camera and was like, he was like, shit.
Because he knows that all the, like, Marvel nerd fans are going to, like, hear that line and already, like, know the joke. You don't even got to say anything.
I know, yeah. He didn't have to say anything. That was good. So how did you guys feel about the whole Wolverine variant scene where Deadpool's like, oh, I need a new Wolverine variant for like my anchor being. Okay, and he literally just goes through multiple timelines looking for a Wolverine.
That was
run into like the original Wolverine like debut with the Hulk.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
That all the variants there, like I think that was like probably a top 3 like scene for me, like in the whole movie. Like we first see him get the comic accurate one where it's like a short ass dude. Like he's like a 5. I swear it's shorter than the comic one, bro. Like he's tiny.
I think it was, yeah, he had to be smaller, bro. But I think also the fact because it was Hugh Jackman, who's always been kind of like a taller gentleman playing Wolverine, seeing him like as a comic accurate size was just so like jarring. I thought that was funny. I loved how they used the they have a first close-up shot of him just sitting at the bar, so you don't
Yeah.
know that he's like fucking 4'10".
that
That
one
was
that one worked great for me because it was like the same setup as the bar that he finds the other one at.
Yeah.
So everybody was expecting it, like, okay, like we already know where this is going. And so when that
Right.
happened, it was, oh my, it's probably like one of the funnier jokes for me. Like that shit was
Ah,
so funny to look at, man.
I think
was-
a really funny joke was fucking when he runs into the cavalry and
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he's just like, why don't you come across the fucking or this side? Why don't you come to this side of the street? We'll treat you a lot better. Or some
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah, that was a good line. Yeah, that was funny as
Dude,
fuck.
oh, I love that, dude. Who
I
was your
didn't
favorite
expect that.
Wolverine variant that we got? Because I think
That
we
was
got
probably my favorite.
like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, let me go through like some of the ones we got.
We got
We got the
Patch, I
Calverine
believe.
Patch. Yeah, that was a cool one.
I liked how it was Hugh Jackman playing him. I like how it
Mhm.
wasn't Daniel Radcliffe or
I
some
agree.
star actor. I like how it
Yeah.
was just Hugh Jackman in Patch, which is his alter ego whenever he's going low key on missions.
Yeah, one of the coolest parts of it was when they showed the brown and yellow Wolverine costume, and we get that shot of it's straight up from a comic cover, where Wolverine fights the Hulk, and you see like the Hulk's reflection in his claws. Like that's a comic cover, and they just straight up put it on screen. Like that shit was. I didn't expect that shit at all. I actually wanted more of it. Like the Hulk was in there for like 3 seconds. I wish that would have been like an extended sequence, like just so I could see like the Wolverine and the Hulk fight on screen, bro. Like just for a little bit with like Deadpool stuck in the middle. Like, oh my god, I wanted more of that.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
We also got Wolverine on an X cross, which is from another comic. Fever Dream
Oh, the
Wolverine is what it's called.
Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah. Oh my god, that one.
Dude,
That's
that
like
one-
such a
That
classic
was dark
cover.
as fuck.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I was like I think the whole world was like just fucking bloody skulls.
yeah, that's one where it's like Wolverine's been like, nailed up on that. I think he gets saved later on in that comic run, but that's insane that they did that. We also got Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, where he's missing a hand that was cut off by Cyclops, and he just like beats up Deadpool in an alleyway. And he's hairy as fuck. They do like the full on hair look and the costume and everything. Oh man. I think that was all of them, but like that scene for me was one of the better scenes. I wasn't expecting them to go through multiple variants of Wolverine, and I'm really glad they did.
Yeah, that was a really good scene for me.
Let's see.
And then moving on, going into the story, Paradox pretty much prunes them both. Which when it first happened, I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like, did Deadpool just die? But then I was like, "Oh no, no, he got pruned. That's right."
Oh yeah, I like the one line when they're in they're in, what is it called, the Void, and they're
Yeah, the
talking
Void.
about Goliath, and Deadpool just straight up fucking says, "What, like Goliath's in this, like from Loki, like season 1 episode 5, like." Bro.
Dude, that was so fucking fun.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, that shit was funny, bro. Because I know there's Marvel fans out there that be fucking locked in like that, bro.
Yeah, that goes in their head like normally.
And it's not like I didn't see Loki and I didn't know who Goliath was, but like him saying that, I was like, oh shit, like yeah, that's right. Like it kind of helped me.
What'd y'all think of Chris Evans as the Human Torch? Because he's the first big cameo we see. It happens pretty early on in the movie.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I fucking like how it kind of caught everybody off guard because you think he's gonna say Avengers Assemble, and he just does Flame On, and he kind of gets his ass kicked. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, he does. Well, because Pyro is also in this. He was in an X-Men film, correct?
He was in
Yeah, he can
X2 and X3.
Absorb fire. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, those are like the least watched ones for me. So, not because they're bad, but just because like
X2 is really good.
X2 is really good. X3's ass.
Bro,
is that the one where he's like, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch"?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
X3.
Oh God.
That's the one where they had like Toad number 2. Like Toad came out, and then they had Toad number 2 for some reason.
Oh yeah, for some reason.
Vote
yeah,
number
'cause
2.
He died in the first one, or like at least he thought he did.
They had some random dude, bro.
Some random dude played Toad.
Yeah, he didn't fucking do anything. He was like, he like jumped on top of like a roof or something, and they just had like a lot of shots in between the fucking movie was edited horribly. They had a lot of like random shots that were just like focusing on Toad, like on the roof, not doing anything
Yes, sir. Let him cook.
in the middle of the Magneto battle.
Jeez. Bro, I didn't do
And then,
shit.
and then he gets shot by like with that trank gun, and he like falls. He's like, oh.
So,
Yeah, no.
a couple cameos that y'all might have not known because we don't explicitly see them. So we get Ladypool as a ton of other Deadpools, and Ladypool was actually voiced by Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife in the movie. She has one line, but it was
I
her.
knew that.
Yeah. Another one is Cowboy Deadpool was Matthew McConaughey.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, which I did not know. Like, I want to watch it again and now listen closer to that voice, but that was Matthew McConaughey. He's credited. Headpool, the floating head, was Nathan Fillion. So I had no clue he was in that. And then Kidpool is actually Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's daughter.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one who's like, when I want to hear you talk, I'm gonna take Wolverine's dick out of your mouth?
Yeah, that was Kidpool.
Jeez. Dude, that was funny, man.
Yeah,
In
so
fact,
those
that
are some
whole
ones I didn't
scene
know.
when they fight them is actually really good.
That was a good sequence, yeah.
Dude, that whole scene. I love when he pulls the fucking mask on, dude. Oh my god. That's another like top 3 scenes for me for sure.
Oh yeah, that was fan service all the way. I fucking loved it.
I mean, it's not even fan service. It's just like giving the people what they've waited for so long.
I know, bro. They teased it all the way back during Wolverine in 2013. We haven't gotten it. Like 11 years ago now.
Oh yeah, I love how Deadpool says something like, "Oh, it only took 20 fucking years." Like this one actually isn't ashamed to be in a comic movie. Like, oh dude, that's insane that they never did it.
I know, dude. The one that they showed at the end of Wolverine, I'm pretty sure it's very close to what we got in the movie. But
yeah,
it's so good, bro.
Our theater went crazy because I was actually in the scene when he puts on the like Wolverine mask at the end. He pulls it up. Our theater just erupted with people like going like crazy. I actually was like, the fuck is he doing? Why is he putting his arms up? And then when it happened, I was like, oh shit, bro, that's fucking crazy. I forgot that, you know, they were gonna do that. I thought they were just gonna keep him without the mask the whole time.
I agree. Yeah, I like how in the movie, you know, he doesn't have his mask on, so he can portray like his more emotional scenes and like his angry parts. But the moments where he does fight, and especially near the end too, during the final act, he has the mask on for a majority of the movie, which I like. I like how it wasn't just like, oh, he has his mask on once and that's it.
Oh, yeah, the ending. Oh man, dude, there's so much in this movie I like.
What did you guys like, or what did you think about the first fight that Deadpool and Wolverine kind of have when they get into the void?
That one was good. I like the second fight a little bit more.
Dude, in the car?
In the Odyssey?
Dude, oh my god. Dude, that fight is so fucking good. I love how when it pans down to like a bumper sticker.
Oh
and,
yeah.
like, it like literally like hours pass. And then like it pans back up and Deadpool's just fucking wrapped around like 6 seat belts. That shit is so funny, dude. Yeah, the one in the Odyssey is definitely better, but the first fight that they have when they get into the void is really good. There's one point where Hugh Jackman's like fighting Deadpool and he retracts his claws just to like sucker punch him in the face. I feel like he's never done that in the movie before, so it was kind of cool to see him fight like that.
Oh yeah, because like you would think in a lot of circumstances when his claws get stuck or blocked, just like retract them and then, you know, pull them back out. And I thought I agreed, Nick. I was like, oh shit, yeah, why would you not do that?
It was a cool fighting style to see like finally demonstrated.
I agree.
Speaking about this Wolverine, so we know that this one is different from the one in Logan. Somehow Deadpool brings this Wolverine back to Paradox and he tells him that he's actually the worst Wolverine that he possibly could have picked. This dude let his whole family die. He was ashamed to be an X-Men.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah. What did you guys think about his character arc and stuff throughout the movie? Because he kind of doesn't really give a fuck. When we first see him in the bar, this dude's just getting drunk. He's got whiskey dick of the claws, bro. I mean, he can't even pull him out. I liked where his arc took him in this movie. But how did you guys feel about it?
I thought it was a good, like, you know, very self-contained arc, especially considering it doesn't really touch on anything from previous X-Men movies. I do like that X-23 kind of helped him in the arc, or like grow or develop as a character, and it really puts you in perspective, like how important the Logan from all the X-Men or the Fox universe was. and I like seeing them give him his giving him his flowers because he
Yeah.
deserves it.
I will say, I think it was good, but I think it could have been better. I think it would have hit harder for me if there was a bit more hearing him say like, oh yeah, like because of me, um my whole family, all my friends died. I would have liked to maybe like, I don't know, maybe a flashback would have been cool. I know a lot of times like, it might be gratuitous to just, get a flashback just to see it, but I don't know, I think it might have helped me like feel for him a bit more if I like see an emotional scene where he's like just so fucked up and drunk that like he pulls up and he just sees like, Professor X is dead, like Jean Grey is dead, Cyclops is dead, Beast is dead, like just everyone is massacred and it's like his fault for some, like I feel like if they fleshed it out a bit more, I think maybe that like those scenes would have hit a bit harder for me. Not to say that Hugh Jackman isn't doing a good job. I think he does. I think his performance is good. I think it just needed a bit more like, I don't know, something there for it to like hit harder for me. I mean, as it is, it's fine. I'm not going to Deadpool and Wolverine to get like, Oscar worthy like performances and, like the best backstories and things ever written. But I think it could have been done a bit better in my opinion. But as I said, I'm not upset about it,
Okay. No, I understand what you're saying. I do. At one point, I was expecting a flashback when he was sitting there in the fire talking about how he
Yeah.
came home one day after getting drunk, because he didn't want to be an X-Men, and I guess the people hunted down all the X-Men and shit,
Yeah.
killed them all. Yeah, I would have liked a flashback maybe of him coming home and like seeing them all fucking killed, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!"
It doesn't even need to
But
be like a full on scene where like we see him, go in and like see it all happen. It could literally
yeah,
just be like a cut to like him like, just crying over Professor X's body or something and it's just him like
yeah,
yelling, something like
yeah.
that.
Or he could have just came home and seen like the Xavier's school like burning and shit,
Yeah.
and like I don't know, like something. But also, I feel like them not showing it also kind of let me just try to imagine how it happened. The closest we
Mhm.
get to it is him when Cassandra's inside of his mind, he's kind of just sitting there next to all of like
The
the
grave or the
graves of the fallen
graves. Yeah.
X-Men, yeah. And I like how you can faintly hear like the screams of them trying to like call
Mm,
for Logan or just
yeah.
like them in agony. That was also kind of just enough for me, but if they showed it, that also would have maybe made it hit harder. Um but yeah, I'm not mad at all about that whole sequence.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree. Christian, what do you think?
I agree. I maybe like just not even like a full fledged flashback. Maybe something a lot quicker, a
Hmm.
lot more brief, or certain sequences you could get in between during his fights that
Hmm.
or lesser important fights like escaping Cassandra's lair, something like that.
Yeah, like maybe
I don't
Um
like
know if
maybe it like it reminds him of like something that happened before. I
yeah,
see.
that would have been
Yeah.
cool, but I'm happy with what we got.
Yeah, I am
I'll
too.
say
I
I'll
will
say I don't
say. Oh, what are you gonna say? Sorry.
I'll say I don't think we needed it. Maybe for some people, but
Hmm.
I do agree with you when you say it would have been a little bit gratuitous to have like full fledged
Yeah.
scenes describing everything that happened.
Hmm. I was gonna
It was
say. Oh, my bad.
no, you're good. It was really cool to see him piece it together though, or
Yeah,
slowly throughout the story.
I feel you. Yeah, I agree. And I like where it goes. I like the arc he has. I like how he. I really like the line that X-23 tells him where she's like, "Oh, like, like Logan was never the right guy, like until he was." Like that just makes sense. Like Wolverine's always been kind of like the reluctant hero, you know, and
Yeah.
he can't help but help when the time is right.
I mean, we can talk now moving on to we can talk about Cassandra.
Yeah.
She's the twin sister of Charles Xavier. And part of it, she ties into Logan's arc because at one point they're able to get Juggernaut's helmet on her, and then Pyro shoots her because Paradox wants her dead. And Logan says, I wear this suit because I'm an X-Men, and I know your brother Charles, and he wouldn't let me stand here and watch you die. And he ends up taking the helmet off her and saving her, which totally caught me off guard because I feel like this dude did not give a fuck if anybody died like in front of him, but he did. Like he thought about what Charles would do, and
Hmm.
he would save Cassandra.
Yeah. I will say, I think talking on Cassandra Nova, I think
She's she mid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to Deadpool to see the villain, you know? Like I'm going there.
Totally.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I think it's a bit of an odd choice. I don't think Cassandra Nova has ever been in the comics a Deadpool villain. So it's kind of like, for me, it was interesting to see that they're doing her character. I also was surprised that we didn't get any, like, you know, I thought Patrick Stewart was going to be in this in some capacity, like when I heard that she was in it, because I just feel like, I mean, you obviously can, you know, they just showed us you could make a movie with Cassandra Nova without Professor X being in it. But from what I know from the character in the comics, I just feel like they go hand in hand. And I thought, like, you know, you can't really do the character correctly, or at least do it like in a real way without Professor X being in it.
She's
But
also on the younger side, so maybe even
yeah,
James McAvoy.
yeah, that's true. But the thing
That would have
is
been cool.
I guess since at the end of the day it is Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's, you know, more of a, you know, comedic thing than like an actual, like, not to say there's not heart, there is heart, but, you know, they're not trying to like make the Winter Soldier or anything where there's like, you know, it's a twist, like, oh shit, it's Bucky, and like, oh my god, I'm conflicted, you know, all this shit. They're not doing like an espionage thriller like thing, you know, they're doing a comedy movie with references, and, you know, at the end of the day there's heart behind it, you know. So at the end of the day, I don't care that she's mid, and she just, you know, she's kind of just there to be evil, and do whatever the fuck she wants. But yeah, I think she was just okay. But I think the actress, whatever she did, I think she was good.
Oh yeah, I agree. I also think it was really refreshing to have a superhero story where the stakes aren't, oh my god, we need to stop this or the world's gonna end. Like,
I mean,
I
they
like
kind
how
of are, but
I mean, they did, but it was more Deadpool trying to save his universe because of everyone in his universe he cared about. Deadpool could have easily just joined Earth 616 and been like,
That's
yeah, fuck
true.
everyone that on my old Earth. Like, I'll finally get to be the Avengers. Like, I'll get my dream to do what finally matters.
Mm-hmm.
But he'd had to leave behind everything that he kind of built and cared about. So I like how the stakes were personal.
Yeah, I agree. I like how Deadpool like would have just straight up ditched his Earth as long as he could bring his like friends with him, but they were like,
Yeah.
oh nah.
Yeah, but now that he knew that, oh, like, no, they got to get pruned too, he was like, oh, well, fuck that. Hold up.
Well, what do y'all
I'm
think
trying
is
to-
gonna happen, like, from here and with Deadpool and Wolverine? Do you think this is Hugh Jackman's final time, or do you think the MCU is gonna? I mean, they talk about it a couple times, and Deadpool makes a joke saying like, "Oh, they're gonna keep bringing him back till he's 90." You know? Do you think they're gonna bring him back some more? Do you think he's actually done now, or what do you see for the future of these characters?
I mean,
I
I
feel
think it's. Sorry, go ahead, Christian.
I feel like it's a really good way to cap off Deadpool.
Like
End it
Deadpool in
here.
general?
Yeah, because I mean, Ryan Reynolds is getting older. You know, this is a really, really high note to go out on, and
I
it
mean,
wraps up a lot of the stories. You know,
But do you
like,
think he's gonna do that, bro? Like, he just got in the MCU. You think he's like, all right, I'll make one movie, I'm out?
Yeah, I do. Knowing Ryan Reynolds, knowing what these characters mean to him, I feel like he wouldn't want to drag Hugh Jackman's corpse through the ground anymore. You know, or
Even though he
Wolverine.
already did it.
He already did. He did it once for, you know, comedy, but, you know, he can't keep doing it. It's kind of played out, and I feel like he at the end of the day he gave audiences really everything they ever wanted from a Deadpool Wolverine collab. So
Collab. He called it a collab. Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Crossover.
I heard. I mean, of course, this is all talks. Like, this just came out. You know, I don't know
Yeah.
how Hugh Jackman feels about this. I feel like the only reason he returned was because Ryan Reynolds wanted him to come and play Wolverine in this. I heard people were saying, oh, you know, Kevin Feige's thinking about bringing Hugh Jackman to the Secret Wars film, but that's, you know, hasn't even begun filming. It doesn't even come out until 3 more years. I don't think I could see Hugh Jackman, you know, coming back again, because first off, his character in Logan had a really good ending, and then his variant in this movie also had a really good ending. You know, he could have went back to his Earth at the end of the movie, but I like how Deadpool, you know, at first tries to you know, fix Logan's past, but actually B-15 from Loki comes in this, and she has a line where she's like, you know, this Logan, you know, even though he went through a bunch of fucked up shit, like, there's nothing really to fix because everything he went through kind of made him the Logan that would be, you know, the one to save the universe today.
Yeah, that's true.
And I like how they had the happy ending. You know, both either Deadpool or Logan could have died, but they subverted my expectations by, you know, not killing these two unkillable characters. And I like how they kind of just chilling in his apartment afterwards.
Yeah, I
And
like
you
how
know,
Deadpool.
Logan's yeah, I'm just satisfied with that happy ending of them just chilling together off in their own universe somewhere.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's good enough for me.
Well, I think in a perfect world, you guys are probably correct. You know, leaving it here is like the perfect ending, but I mean that shit ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
In a world with money,
yeah, it's not
perfect. No.
yeah, it's I think maybe I can for Hugh Jackman. It's possible that this is his last one. I would lean more on it being his last one than Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. I think Ryan Reynolds. There's no shot he doesn't appear in Secret Wars.
I'd love to see him in Secret Wars,
Oh,
or
I feel
even
like
interact.
make some
I believe-
interactions and appearances, but I don't think he's gonna get like another movie.
You don't think they're gonna make another solo Deadpool movie or Deadpool with like another character?
Maybe.
I mean, it's risky because they made
It's
Thor
risky.
4.
I think they will.
The first movie that was a fourth in a trilogy, or
Yeah,
outside of the trilogy, and that was kind of risky because it didn't do well.
yeah, but the
I
thing
would hope
is,
not.
I think I feel like the thing is like the first two were made by Fox. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is a part of it, but like this one was the first one where Kevin Feige had hands on it. I think Kevin Feige sees like limitless opportunity whenever he gets his hands on new characters. I feel like, and on Ryan Reynolds, I think he loves the character so much. I just can't see him being like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Like, I feel like he wants to mess around with like the other characters that he hasn't been able to yet. Yeah, he got to with Wolverine finally, and he had, you know, some other cool ones like Gambit and like Blade and all that.
Dude,
you know,
oh
that
my
was
God.
insane.
Gambit was incredible.
Absolutely crazy, yeah. But I just feel like imagine Deadpool and Spider-Man, like if they made that happen, you
Dude,
know?
I would love to see that. I think
That's
Ryan
the one
Reynolds
that
even
comes out
said-
to me, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I'd love to see, you know, a movie or some type of film where Deadpool and Spider-Man interact.
Yeah, see, so that's the one that I'm like, there's no way Ryan Reynolds hangs it up without at least trying to make that happen, or like at least appearing in some capacity in Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars is gonna like, I think they're gonna try even to pull from. I feel like it's possible that Hugh Jackman comes back if they pay him a fuck ton. I think it is gratuitous, and it's like, damn, like they're not letting this motherfucker just rest. But I do think that, you know, it's Kevin Feige, it's the MCU, and they're probably paying these dudes like millions, tens of millions of dollars for like these roles. So I just don't see them ending it here, especially with how good this movie's doing. Like, this shit is 3-4 days in made almost $1 billion, and it's rated R. Like, there's just no way they don't bring these characters back.
Dude, I know. I mean, when you think of something like the Marvels, which I'm blanking on what the box office was for that.
I'll look it
And
up
I'm not trying to
inside.
shit on it like it was a bad film in any regard. Of course, it wasn't like my cup of tea, but I don't think it was horrible. But when a movie like this comes out and is, like you said, it's almost broken like $500 million in the first opening weekend, like,
Dude,
I mean, you got to think, bro, like this, at least using Deadpool's character, maybe Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, like, is a smart move.
the Marvels made 206.1 million.
Dude, this thing doubled that.
This is already double. That's their
thing
worldwide,
cleared.
bro.
Dude, that's the worldwide.
That's the
I thought that was,
worldwide.
like, domestic.
No,
bro.
that's not domestic. That's worldwide.
Where were the fans for that movie, bro?
Where was that one dude from the first one that saw Captain Marvel like 100 times?
Dude, that guy's so...
Where was he at?
If there's a word below beta, it's that guy, bro. Like,
Domes-
how do you
Yeah.
see that fucking movie 94 times, bro?
Domestically, the Marvels made 84.5 million.
Jeez.
I just feel like I agree with Cristian and I agree with you. I think it would probably be best for the characters to just let them, you know, end on a high note. But I just don't think. I think for Hugh Jackman, there's more of an argument like, hey, bro, let this dude like rest. Like, this dude, he's been in a ton of movies at this point, and you know he's done a lot of good. I want to see someone else become Wolverine. Like, I want to see the MCU's version of Wolverine. But I think for Deadpool, I think for Ryan, like, how old is Ryan Reynolds? Like, is he in his
48.
40s? 48?
Almost 50.
Yeah, he's 48, and then Hugh Jackman's 55.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan Reynolds has at least 2 to 3 more in him. Like, if I'm being honest,
Like movies or years?
movies.
Okay.
Like I think he'll be in. I would put money that he's gonna be in at least one of the next upcoming Avengers movies, if not both. Um, Safe bets on at least one. Secret Wars more than likely.
Okay.
And I just see him. I see him getting at least one more solo Deadpool movie, or like another buddy cop one, maybe Deadpool and Spider-Man, or Deadpool and like this version of the X-Men, you know, like Marvel's version. I just feel like, you know, Deadpool just proved like, you know, what he can do in the box office, and I just think there's no way that they don't do at least one or two more things with him. But yeah, I don't know
I
where
agree,
they'll
yeah.
go though. I don't know where they'll go with it though.
I mean, dude, for him, like you said, for him coming into the MCU, like it would be a waste for him to just, you know, have his Deadpool 3 movie and then that be it.
Yeah, I just am interested in what they're gonna do story wise, because the whole point of the movie is him wanting to stay and save his universe, which is like a Fox universe. So how are they gonna explain him fully joining the MCU unless they just like chop it up as this is just, you know, a variant and he looks and acts exactly the same, but he's from the MCU? Or are they gonna like do some sort of I don't know, maybe they do the thing where I think in the comics somebody makes Battle World in the more recent Secret Wars, and it's kind of like they take two Earths and combine them into one. Maybe they do something like that, and they combine the MCU with like Deadpool's version, and then we see like
kind of like DC's Elseworlds.
yeah, like maybe they do something like that, and they kind of just combine two Earths or two universes for this multiverse thing, and then that's kind of the fallout, and that explains why Deadpool and his friends now exist here, but it's still the same Earth. They technically just combined them because of some like cosmic level, you know, exposition and shit.
Yeah, I mean, also because they're going full in on this multiverse saga. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them for them to come into Deadpool's world and recruit him.
That's yeah, just bring him out for like the movie, and he gets to go back after.
Yeah,
Something
see,
like that.
and I'm cool with that. And I also like I said this before, I like how they have the happy ending with, you know, Wolverine and Deadpool kind of just chilling off in their own universe. It gives me peace if this is their last movie to think that they're out there, you know, fucking doing their thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what they do.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's touch more on the cameos in this movie because I don't think we really brought up. I mean, we talked about the Human Torch. That one was good. I liked that. We get Sabretooth. It's not the same actor. It's somebody different that plays him. It's a variant of Sabretooth.
Is it
I
not the
freaking love
same
how
one
this one looks,
from
dude.
X-Men 1? It's not the same actor?
Oh, I was thinking about his brother from Origins.
Oh
Liev
no.
Schreiber.
Oh no, yeah, it's definitely not him because they recast him in X-Men 1. Sabretooth is in it, and it looks very similar to the design that they went with that one.
Dude, I love how fucking he looks straight up like from the 90s comics.
Let
Like,
me see. Yeah. Let me see if it
dude,
if
his
it is him or
eyebrows
not.
are insane, bro.
That's how that's how he looks in X-Men 1 from like 2000 or whatever.
No way, bro.
Yeah, like let me look at the cast. Where is here it is, Sabretooth. Tyler Mane played him in X-Men in 2000. Let's see if he plays him. Oh shit, he is. Yeah, they have him at the Deadpool and Wolverine. It's the same dude from the first X-Men.
Damn.
That's crazy. Yeah, so it was the first dude, and he's back.
Damn, so that's also a cameo.
Yeah, that is.
That's crazy.
They actually made him look like, if you look up Tyler Mane and like Sabretooth, but like from X-Men 1, you can see how he looked in that. He pretty much looks exactly the same. It's just this version they gave him like a bigger beard and made him look more aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's looked like he's been there a minute.
Yeah, I like it. I'm glad they brought him back.
I
Hello?
agree. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What did you guys think of? So when Deadpool gets captured by X-23 after they have that, you know, big Honda Odyssey fight, she takes him to the others who are kind of, you know, past the little, I guess, in the uncharted zone of the void. We get Elektra, we get Blade pulling up, we get Gambit. I mean, how'd y'all feel about that? Do you have any favorites from the main group that you thought stood out? I mean, they're not on screen long, but them coming back in general is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Christian?
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, the only one that didn't really stand out too much, and it's just maybe because I don't have a good connection to the Daredevil movie, was Elektra. Even though it's still cool to see her.
Dude,
But
she hasn't aged a day, bro. Jennifer Gardner.
No,
Dude,
not
she
at
still
all.
looks like she's 40, man. It's weird.
It is. It's kind of trippy. But yeah,
She's a
no.
vampire.
Blade and Gambit really stuck out.
Dude.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
X-23 was really cool to see just because she's a lot older now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just kind of trippy to think it's been that long since Logan came out.
Yeah, the wild.
It has, but it also hasn't, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, but that's how fast
I think
kids
she was like
age.
7 or 8 when that movie came out.
Nah, she wasn't that young. She was probably like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Logan came out in 2017.
Well, I swear she's like 16, bro.
No,
So
she's
she
like,
had to have been
no,
like,
she's 19.
That was 7
dude, look it
years
up,
ago.
brother.
7 years ago,
I'll
she was
put-
12.
I'll put $40,000 on that she's 19 right now.
Dude, that's
She is-
so much, bro. No
She's
way.
19.
Yup.
All right, I'm shaking
Hey,
it.
Pay up, Nick. Pay up.
She's 19.
Hold up.
Nick, pay
January
Hold up.
4th, 2005.
up. Yes, sir. Nick, pay up.
Bro, then when I looked it up the other day, somebody lied to me, bro.
Nick,
Oh, somebody lied to you.
Nick,
I
don't
was
blame
using-
Google, bro. No way Google
I was
lied.
using DuckDuckGo as my search engine. That's fine.
They said 16. They're like, we might be wrong. My bad.
I got
That's-
dyslexia.
That's still really crazy, though. I mean, she was 12 when that movie came out.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, she looks younger. No, yeah, I liked her coming back. It was cool, especially, there's a huge disconnect between her and Logan because that's not the Logan she remembers.
That's not her dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Type shit.
But in some world, it could be her dad.
Mhm.
But I like how she gives him the motivation to, of course, to have his arc in the movie. I like that Wesley Snipes came back as Blade, bro. I know
That
we talked about
one
this
was
earlier.
the biggest surprise for me.
Yeah, I was, especially with, like you said, with everything going on with Blade.
Hmm
Like, it's funny how, I don't know when this movie was shot, but a lot of the jokes and commentary. I mean, Blade's been delayed so many times. I'm sure as they were shooting this, they were like, "Oh shit! Like we got to write in a joke here."
I just think it's crazy that he agreed because I know that him and Ryan Reynolds, like, he didn't like him when they were filming Blade Trinity. And I
Yeah.
love how there's like a line in the movie where Blade says like, "Oh, I don't like you," and he's just like, "Oh, you never did." Like that's
Never
just.
did. Jeez, dude, at some point we gotta rewatch since Blade's taken forever to come out. We should rewatch the OG trilogy and
We
review it.
could, yeah.
Since,
There's
you
a
know,
scene
once-
when one of the TVA guys actually makes a joke that kind of reminds me of like, because apparently the reason that they didn't like each other had something to do with him being Canadian or something like that.
What the
really?
fuck?
Oh,
Fuck
when
Canadian.
the TVA says like, "Oh, like get your hands off of his like corpse," like he's the only good thing to come out of Canada.
He's,
Oh
like,
yeah,
threw
that's
the
worth
sword
giving
down.
2 shits.
Yeah.
That part was funny.
I like the part
Dude.
where he uses the claw, like Wolverine's claws, and it's hard to use, and he like stabs himself at
Oh
one
my
point.
god.
And then
dude.
he like fucking has those 2 dudes, and the way he's trying to pull out the fucking blades, and then the guy's like, "You sick fuck!" Like, I thought that shit was funny as shit, bro.
All right, bro. Question, Ray. Would you rather get Wolverine claws in the dick or in the ass, bro?
Oh my god.
I'd probably take it up the butt, bro.
Yo.
At least that could be fixed, hopefully surgically, bro. But if you get in the Wolverine claws in the dick, like,
Your
bro,
shit's
your
probably
genitals are gone.
your shit's probably falling off.
Yeah,
They're
bro,
gone.
that's
Yeah.
gone.
Jesus. No, I love that part when he puts his claws on and he's like,
Yeah.
He
Oh.
stabbed himself like 3 or 4 times. Like these are so hard to use.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck."
Speaking on Gambit, I think that Gambit might have been the highlight of the cameos for me, just because
agree.
like the other ones we've seen before, and it's cool to see them again. Don't get me wrong, and they were, it was cool. But I mean, that's just a character that never fucking existed before on screen. Like it
Dude,
was
this
gonna
is his-
happen, yeah.
This is his MCU debut, bro.
That's fucking crazy, bro. I love how he has like all these lines that like reference it. Like he says like, "Oh, it's time for me to make a name for myself." Like, like, and then when they
Dude.
talk about people they save, like their worlds, he's like, "Oh, I don't know if there's a world to save. Like, I think I've always been here, like in limbo, you know."
Yeah,
Wait, did he actually say that?
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
He says,
sometimes
"I might-
hard to,
They
it's
ask
hard
him.
to understand him because
Oh,
they make
yeah.
him like fucking comic accurate and they give him this
Very
backwoods
Cajun.
like Louisiana Bayou
I love
fucking accent.
the dialect coach line. He's like, "Who's your dialect coach?" Like, Jesus.
The minions.
Minion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What does he say too? He says some shit that like weirds out Deadpool. He's like, they call me the Gambit. He's like, I came out my daddy's balls. And I came out my mama. Like he says something so
He
fucking
says,
weird.
"Butter his
like, "What the
dad's
fuck?"
balls" or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, who
I don't know, I
wrote?
won't
Do
lie.
who wrote that line? Was that in the script? Or did they just ad lib that shit, bro? Because if Channing Tatum ad libbed that shit, that's kind of fucking wild. That's a crazy thing to just come up with.
I don't know. I
Believe
wouldn't put
it.
it past them that they could have ad-libbed it. for
I'm sure a lot of this was ad libbed. Like, there's no way.
I mean, I heard Ryan Reynolds technically couldn't actually ad-lib or improvise a lot of scenes because during the writer's strike, when this was probably filming, Ryan Reynolds is technically a writer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if somebody else maybe did it for him and like, pulled off a bunch of jokes and stuff that get put into this movie. But
I mean, like,
it was
imagine
cool.
Ryan Reynolds just like went off to like one of the other people that could do something, like the director, and be like, "Yo, what if I said this?" and like whispered it to him, and then the director's like, "All right, guys, I got an idea. Ryan, you're gonna say that." Yeah, like they could just do that, but they could get away with it.
No, yeah, for sure. No, yeah, Gambit highlight cameo for me. I love
think
how
me
Blade
too.
came back. And like I was saying, it fits in the story that these are like forgotten properties
Mhm.
of Marvel before they really had their footing in the game, and they
Yeah.
really had to kind of pre-plan who was going to come into a movie, what they were going to do, what phase they were going to be introduced. And I like how they don't really. I mean, the characters do have an arc. They do have an arc. They just all they want is to get their ending. And
Mhm.
I like how they just pull up to Cassandra's place and fuck shit up. That whole fight scene, actually, when they're lining up against Cassandra's people like Pyro, there's
Azazel.
some devil looking motherfucker.
Azazel.
Yeah,
Azazel?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his name. He was
Who does he
in
pull up in?
X-Men First Class.
Okay, yeah, y'all gotta remind me on the Fox shit, man. Because I mean, not the Fox shit, but Cassandra's team. I could tell they're definitely a lot of like evil mutants from the past
There
X-Men
were
films.
a ton of like just random henchmen ones that even in those original X-Men movies didn't have, too big of a role.
They weren't
Really?
Really,
shit.
Pyro, Toad, Azazel, and fucking who else?
Juggernaut is a new actor, but it's the same fit from the X3 film. Who else?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Oh, Juggernaut.
oh,
Yeah, Juggernaut's in this.
yeah, that's
We
what I
said
said, bro.
that. Yeah, oh my bad. I was looking up the actors as you were saying that.
There's what else? There's I think Psylocke is in it, but it's not the version
Oh,
of
yeah.
Apocalypse. It's like the other one. She
Oh
doesn't
wait, was
say
there
anything.
Psylocke in? Was there an original Psylocke from the original X-Men movies?
There was one, but like she was I don't think she had any lines, and I don't even think she like was name dropped. Because there's so many like henchmen in like the final fight scenes of those movies that just are there to die and they don't have any lines, but in the script they're written and I guess costumed as certain characters. So there was a lot of people that pulled back to like do something like that.
Fuck, she came out in X-Men X3.
Yeah, see that's the thing, like you wouldn't even know. But anyway,
That's how B grade or D grade the villains are.
are there any cameos like or not I guess cameo, yeah, I'll put it like that. Cameos, are there any characters from like older Fox properties or I guess that you wish were in this or like are a little disappointed or like is there anything that was not in this that you wanted?
I wanted to see at least like either one Daredevil or a Punisher.
I agree
Like
with
from
you.
any of the it didn't even have
Dude,
to be fucking.
John Bernthal, come on,
No,
that
not
would've been-
John Bernthal.
man. I mean,
Cool,
honestly, yeah.
but
What
he's
the
not,
fuck
he's
would
not
he have?
Fox, bro.
He's not the OG Punishers, bro.
Bro, but still, when's the last time we seen him, bro?
Bro,
What,
apparently
4
he's
years
gonna
ago?
come out in the new Daredevil Born Again.
Oh
but-
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some behind the scenes of that. Actually, it's fucking lit.
I gotta log back in and watch the first 3 seasons of Daredevil because apparently it's no longer like a full-on reboot. It's basically like a season 4 and like all that shit is now canon in the MCU.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
I gotta
badass.
rewatch all that before that comes out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again originally when they were making it was gonna be like a soft reboot where it's the same actor but they were gonna recast like Foggy and everyone but Wilson Fisk and Daredevil were gonna be recast. But I guess there were creative differences and people like Kevin Feige was watching it being made and he realized it's not working out. He's like, I don't think this is gonna do good. So they just scrapped all that. They started over, got new writers, and they brought back the people playing Foggy, the people playing, all the characters from those shows, and that they brought in John Bernthal as
Karen?
Punisher. Yeah. They brought back
She
all
back?
of them. Yeah, they brought them all back, and now it's acting more like a season 4 than a reboot.
What? That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's all the
Oh,
more to be hyped now.
It was Thomas Jane. If Thomas Jane would
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
came back, I would have been hyped for that.
Yeah, I mean they do mention Punisher's rocket launcher at one point, so that's kind of like funny that they like talk about them, and they do talk about Daredevil. But oh man, I
What's
agree.
funny is
I wish we could have seen them.
we were like this close to Midnight Suns. All we were missing was Hellrider and or Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange, and they
Dude.
even mentioned Doctor Strange.
They do. Ghost Rider, man. If we got Ghost Rider, that was another one. I was thinking maybe we get Ghost Rider because
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas
that
Cage,
was
bro, that would have been
fucking hilarious,
crazy,
bro.
Oh man.
I would have really loved Ghost Rider too, but I also feel like he would have fucking sauced everybody.
I mean, shit, bro,
Well, he
as he
wasn't-
should.
Wait, he wasn't that powerful in his own movie, was he?
I mean,
I don't remember that shit at all. If I'm
I
being honest.
I think I watched, dude. I haven't seen that.
We're all
in
looking
probably-
back with it with like nostalgia. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
It probably wasn't that good looking back, but I mean,
Like,
Hey, it's
just
Nick
being honest.
Cage, bro.
yeah. I just love to see Nicolas Cage do that fucking overacting
That's
shit.
right.
Where he's just like, like just laughing crazy again while his head burns off. Like, oh man, early 2000 shit,
would've-
bro.
Yeah, I would have either liked to see Ghost Rider or I would have liked to see Human Torch live a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Like I feel it would have been badass when they pulled up, all 6 of them, and then you just see Human Torch kind of floating above them. That would have been cool.
Yeah, it
But
would have been cool to see like the Thing or Reed Richards.
dude, that would have been really cool. Yeah,
Oh,
I won't
man.
lie.
You
I
know,
don't know who else do you think would have been cool to pull up. I mean, we
It-
can kind of just bullshit here.
it
If
would
we're
have
writing
been
the movie, bro, who we
oh,
pulling
man.
up?
What I would do is everyone knows Fan Four Stick was ass, so I would bring back like maybe the whole team and just have them get fucked, bro. Like by something, like they just get like the way that they had Johnny Storm die in this one. Like I would just have that whole team. Like maybe it's like some sort of like rescue mission, like they're gonna come in and save Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're like at first they look all competent, but then they just get fucking annihilated, like very kind of similar to the X-Force scene in Deadpool 2, where they get shit on after it seems like they're locked in. Like I think that would be funny as fuck to just see that group of like they get Miles Teller back as his version of Fantastic Four, and he just gets fucking like ripped in half or some shit. That's what
God,
I
that
think
would've
that'd be
been
funny.
No, I think it would have been cool to have, like Christian said, Ben Affleck's Daredevil come in.
Mhm.
Maybe it would have made me care like Elektra's there, because like she was there, but like like Christian said, like I don't really feel that much of a connection to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I was under the
Especially with
impression that
how
she had her own
bad
movie, but
Daredevil movie was.
She does have her
Yeah.
own movie.
okay, she does, but she
Yeah.
also does pull up in the Daredevil movie.
So she's in the Daredevil movie, and then they had a sequel to it where it was just called Elektra, and then it's her movie after that.
okay,
Didn't she-
okay.
Then she, well, spoiler alert. Actually, you know what? Fuck that shit. That movie's been out for like fucking 30 years now.
Bro, people
She
forgot
died.
about them.
She died in fucking Daredevil 1.
Did
In the
she?
Daredevil movie.
I
I'm
don't.
pretty
I
sure
don't.
Bullseye kills her. Remember
I don't even
it's,
remember, dude. If I'm being honest.
What's his name plays Bullseye? I forget.
Oh, is it Colin Farrell?
Yes, it's fucking Colin
No
Farrell.
way, bro.
I
Wait,
think it is. Yeah.
yeah, he does. He has like the big fucking bullseye on his
Dude,
head.
imagine they brought
He
him
plays
back,
a
bro.
douchebag, bro. He's got
He's
like all
like,
the
"Oi."
piercings and stuff.
Yeah, they did make him look crazy in that one.
They made him look like one of those guys who thinks he's like really cool, but he's just not.
It's just not.
Like there's a scene where he's like throwing paper clips at people and killing them, and he's like, so, and then nobody pays it. Nobody gives a shit. And
He's like
he
bullseye.
he walked out. Yeah.
Bro, we
For
should.
some reason they like give him rattlesnake sounds anytime he walks around.
Bro, we should rewatch that movie and review it, man. Like, that's such an old, like, forgotten movie. Like, imagine how fucking funny that shit is in hindsight.
Bro, I remember the fucking soundtrack for that movie went hard as hell, bro.
Dude,
had,
no
like,
way.
They had like 50 Cent and Nerd,
That's
all
fucking
this crazy shit.
Fucking Daredevil comes out. It's just like, many men wish death on me.
I heard
Easy.
the old, and they had a lot of new metal. Like they had that one fucking song, "Wake Me Up Inside." I
Oh
forgot.
shit, they had
Oh, yeah.
Evanescence. Oh shit,
Yeah,
no,
they
you're
have
right, they
Evanescence.
did. Oh my
During
god,
a
that's
fucking
crazy.
training montage.
That's
right before they fight-
crazy, bro. Damn, they don't make movies like that anymore, man.
Oh, bro. I remember there was some wild shit. Fucking Foggy. Oh wait, Jon Favreau played Foggy in that
Wait, yeah, he
movie.
did. He was, yeah. Happy Hogan was
Dude.
Foggy, bro.
That must have been. What if they had ad-libbed maybe some stuff?
They
for
did, bro.
Deadpool?
Cause like, okay, so Michael Clark Duncan, he plays Kingpin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against that that fucking choice because I like Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
And actually, I think he did a really good job. I like his Kingpin a lot.
I've heard a lot of people say he did a good Kingpin.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the only one out of everybody on that movie who read a shit ton of like comics, like
Like he went
Spider-Man,
hard
Daredevil.
into the
Yeah.
source material.
Yeah.
But he didn't play like a really cold, calculated Kingpin. He played like a really swagger mafioso Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it. It was like some of the shit you saw in the early Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no. There's a fucking funny ass scene where Jon Favreau sees they're all at a dinner. It's Foggy and fucking Matt Murdock, and they're at a dinner, and Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin walks in, and fucking Jon Favreau turns to Ben Affleck and he's like, "Hey yo, it looks like Wilson Fisk is in the hissy."
Dude, get the fuck out, bro.
I'm not fucking lying, bro.
There's no way, brother.
Dude, we gotta
Bro,
watch
bro.
that shit, man.
Jeez, maybe honestly after this movie coming out, we probably should to pay respects to these people.
I remember there's a fucking stupid ass scene where they're like dance fighting,
I remember that, yeah, on the like
Yeah.
fucking seesaws or whatever.
and she still thinks he's
Yeah.
fucking blind after that.
Yes, sir. She
Oh
still
my
thinks he's
God.
blind. Yeah, God, man.
And he's not like he doesn't have like fucking Daredevil powers. He has like bat powers.
Bat
something like that.
powers,
It's like
Like, it's
sonar.
all-
like supersonic.
Yeah,
Or, yeah,
it's
sonar.
echolocation.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Anyway, I mean, overall, what are y'all's ratings for Deadpool and Wolverine? What are we rating this?
I'm rating it. I'll go with a 9.75 out of 10
Damn. Dude.
easily.
Honestly, I agree. Oh God.
When there's a lot of love put into a project and it really does pay off, regardless of the flaws, I have to give it a high rating like that.
I feel
'Cause you
you.
feel it. You feel the passion.
Yeah, you do. It does come through.
Yeah, I think I'm agree with Christian. I'm probably gonna give this like a 9 to 9.5. On any day, this movie's. You can just tell that everyone really cared about making this. It's not just cameos for the sake of cameos. They're actually worked into the story.
Mm-hmm.
Hugh Jackman gives an awesome performance. You can tell that he's having a lot of fun with it, but then he also has his emotional parts of the movie which work for me. And yeah, this movie is honestly just it's what Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wanted to be, a fun multiverse movie, but it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I love the line when all the Deadpools pull up, and then Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was like, bro, like we gotta stop this shit with the multiverse, bro. Like it's just been fucking miss after miss after miss. Like that shit's funny as fuck that they let him say that shit, bro, when they're currently in the multiverse saga, and he's just shitting on it. Like that's fucking funny. I agree with you guys both. I'm probably gonna give this like a 9.5. I just feel like if I'm being pretentious and like a fucking cinephile, it's probably like story-wise like a 7. It's nothing crazy, but I mean the love and the fact that like it's funny, I like the characters, it all comes through. And I'm sure being like a Marvel fan like helps a lot. Like I don't think like your average person is gonna go into this and like get all the references, but they're still gonna get the passion for the characters, the passion for the movie. It comes through in the performances, like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds especially. And I think that's why everyone can enjoy this film, and I think that's why I'm giving it a 9.5.
Dude, I just enjoyed like every second of it.
I agree.
Like I said at the beginning, I don't think this movie like is gonna save the MCU because it didn't want to, and you can tell, even at the credits, that the end credits scene, bro, has nothing to do with the next phase of the MCU. It's literally just a fucking gag end credit scene.
Yeah, I like that.
Because Johnny Storm was talking shit about Cassandra. Dude, the whole movie, I thought low-key Deadpool was lying.
I thought he was too.
Him,
yeah.
bro. I thought he got him killed for no reason.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was the joke. I was like, oh, that's funny as fuck. Like, but then I'm like, oh shit, he wasn't.
Then, he actually, that's even funnier, is that he was telling the truth.
I love how
think
after
what good guy death, or the best good guy death that Deadpool was like directly involved in was probably Nice Pool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
He's like, why did we stop moving? He's like,
Oh, gotta
"Cause you're too
catch my
heavy."
breath. Yeah, I gotta catch my
Dude, that
breath.
part was so fucking dumb. Like literally, dude. And then why the fuck did he run over to the fucking donut stand? He's like, oh, they're practically like hospitals.
Yeah,
And then
they
he
are,
just
bro.
uses them as a human shield, and he fucking lets him get shot like 50 more times.
Dude, that
I
shit
know,
was
and
so funny,
he
man.
turns to fucking Wolverine, and Wolverine's like, or he's like, oh, how did he die in such a tragic accident? He's like, well, the accident, it's murder. You fucking killed him.
Yeah.
It's
He's like, he died a hero. It's like he died for fucking murder.
I love that
dude.
scene, bro.
Yeah. Oh man. See, I'm like excited for this movie to come out. Like I'm gonna buy this movie on disc when it comes out, and I'm gonna watch it at home. Like I haven't had a movie like that come out, and at least from Marvel in a while. Where like when I saw the Marvels, I was like, I'm probably not gonna watch this ever again. But this, I'm like, holy shit! Like I'll fucking spend money and buy this, and I'll watch it. You know, like this is fun.
Yeah, dude. It's probably one of the most like rewatchable of the multiverse movies besides
sure.
No Way Home. Yes, it's just a good time, bro. And I love how they let Ryan Reynolds do his thing. Also, this thing being R-rated, with the amount of like cussing and like the violence in this from the opening scene was really good. I actually talking about the opening scene, I like how it's snowing, so all the blood that kind of comes off from the TVA agents is you can see a lot more.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, well, I feel like we can keep talking about this, but I think we've talked about it for a while.
I got one more thing, my boy.
Oh yeah, you do. Nice, spit it out.
Hey, yo,
I mean, so while we were talking about people that I would want to come back, I feel like it also would have been cool to see either Edward Norton's Hulk or Eric Bana's Hulk.
Oh
Maybe
shit.
pull up. But see,
Oh,
he would have
fuck,
been
I
too
forgot
OP.
about this
I mean, he would have been OP as fuck,
It
but
would have
maybe
been cool. Remember that scene when he's fighting the Hulk? When Wolverine's fighting the Hulk in the it would have been cool if like it was like the Eric Bana Hulk. I feel like that would be badass.
If they did that, that would be a cool way to do it, but like not like have him featured in the main story.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That would be too much, bro.
Damn. I agree, Nick. But I think they couldn't do the Eric Bana one because I think Universal owns the rights to that.
Oh yeah,
oh,
no, that's
fuck. God damn it,
those
that's
aren't-
right. Dude,
Yeah.
this
Those
whole
aren't
thing is fucking
fuckers.
annoying, man.
Hey,
How
now
did
they
you,
own everything, bro.
How did y'all feel about the credits too at the end? I think this kind of speaks to a testament of how this is a movie that's honoring Fox's legacy rather than, building Deadpool into the MCU. We get a bunch of B-roll
That's-
footage from, Hugh Jackman's kind of first outing as the Wolverine. We get
Fucking everything, bro.
Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds. We get X-Men movies. I think we get like the
get-
Fantastic Four as
we
well.
get Daredevil for like 1 second.
Yeah.
We get
Yeah,
both
they let-
versions of the
Fantastic.
Fantastic Four.
They
Yeah,
let Bro cook. Yeah, I didn't expect that too.
Yeah, I think it shows, like you said, like I was expecting this to be like Deadpool just ditches his universe and like just goes straight to the MCU and he's like just having fun in this universe. And I'm actually glad to see that it wasn't just that. I feel like it subverted my expectations and it's not like a shame. Like it's cool that to see Disney, like Marvel Studios, even though they now own like Fox, it's cool to see them not just be like, all right, like they're done, their time's done. It's cool to see them like acknowledge, these films might not have been like, the best, like, but I mean, like clearly like this launched the careers and these were like the first superhero movies for like a lot of people, like there's nostalgia for them and it's cool to see them clearly have a lot of respect for all of that.
I know. Like I said, it's the phase of Marvel where, people were kind of just shooting out like anything for a superhero movie. They're like, oh shit, this dude's he's blind and he fights people at night. Oh fuck it, let's make Daredevil, bro. Oh, Fantastic Four, fuck it, let's make it, man.
Yes, sir.
Jeez, I will say last thing. I really hope, Channing Tatum's still pretty young. I don't know if he'll want to play Gambit. Also, the way that his character kind of ends in this film is fine for me. I don't know how they would make, a Gambit movie, bro. But I wouldn't mind seeing more of him, man. His character was so badass. The animation for his cards and shit, his powers were so fucking cool. I would love some more Gambit if I got anyone to come back from this movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing earlier when we talked a bit more on Gambit. It was just so I don't know how it would work, like if they went this crazy with the accent again. Like it's just so it was clearly played for laughs a bit. They would probably have to like tone it down a bit, you know? Because I just feel like that would just be so distracting for like a whole like entire runtime of like that dude talking like that. But I do agree. I think honestly, like Channing Tatum kind of won me over, and I was like, damn, like he could definitely pull off this role. He could do this role. I like the way it looked. I like how even though his outfit is like kind of like weird looking, like in like the comic accurate version, I like that they just did it. Like they were like, yeah, let's give him a fucking trench coat.
They straight up went with like his suit from like the X-Men 97, like
the
it's
weird
straight
like
from the comic.
Yeah, like the weird head thing. I don't even know what you'd call that.
Yeah, it like goes around his chin and then his hair.
Yeah.
It was cool, yeah, for sure.
It was great. Cristian texted me and said that he had to dip to go take a shit, so he said sign out without him.
Dude, honestly, I'm cool with that because I actually really gotta go pee.
I had a shit too. I'm not gonna lie. So this is a long ass episode. So I appreciate anyone who stuck around and listened to the whole thing. Even if you didn't, appreciate you dropping in and listening to our thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine, as well as you know, the most recent San Diego Comic-Con news. I'm sure we'll be talking more about that stuff in the future when we get our first looks at, you know, all that stuff as it comes out. But yeah, this is a good episode. Thank you to Cristian for being on here, even though he's currently blowing up the toilet.
He did.
Yeah. But yeah, make sure to check us out on Instagram, on Twitter. Our letterboxes are down below if you want to go see other movies and stuff that we'd be logging on there. We follow everyone back on there, so make sure to go check us out.
Oh wait, Josh, bro, did you get the fucking bucket? Did you get?
Oh my god, I did.
You did?
How did we not talk about this? Holy shit! Yeah, I got the bucket.
Dude, the freaking bucket is hilarious.
Bro, oh my god, I wish we were filming in the studio because I could have brought the bucket and we could have had it on film.
Hey, you gotta just sign into the Cosmic Kickback Instagram.
And just post a picture of it.
Post a photo of the bucket. Just be like, yeah, this is getting used tonight.
Oh yeah, we'll do that whenever this drops, and then we'll put a link to the episode. But no, yeah, I got a whole story I can tell on that, but I don't know if we should save that for another one because this episode's long as shit. But yeah, I got the bucket.
Hey, yeah. As long as you secured it, bro.
Yeah, we'll have a whole segment on the bucket.
I wonder how limited those things were, bro. Because it was only AMC, I think.
Yeah, it was only AMC. Hey, I'll tell you the whole story on the next episode.
Okay. Yeah, hey, well, anyway. Stay tuned if y'all want to hear.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for that. Like I said, go check us out on Letterboxd and Instagram, Twitter. We're on Threads as well. Yes, yeah, all of our stuff is down in the description. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment. You know, what did you guys think of the movie? What are your thoughts on, you know, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? Did you like the movie? Did you like that casting? What did you not like about either of them? You know, cameos you liked, didn't like, or wished were in it. Let us just, you know, talk in the comments, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, tell us how you felt.
Yeah. All right. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye, Peanut.